scares the monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark. Thrills and chills, we embrace them all.
What's going on, Gorehounds? And welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm Not So Mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D bringing the shit show in. However, as you know, I don't bring the shit show alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. We are one shy today. Our Dark Lord is not here. However, he is hanging out with Mama Dark Lord. So
Yeah.
them all the best, and I hope they have a fun time, whatever the fuck they're doing or not doing.
Absolutely.
Whatever. Hell yeah. But in their seats, as per the usual, we have the host with the ghost, the dean of the deceased, the Duke of the Dead himself, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's going on, baby?
And we have that meat mountain, but you know him as that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Baloney Amone.
Good evening, motherfuckers. It is July 28th. Where did the month fucking go?
Dude, for real, we are midsummer right now. This is fucking
Literally, we are midsummer.
That would have been funny if we watched Midsummer today.
We
didn't watch Midsummer. We watched 2012 Sinister. What's up, Gene? How you doing, brother?
Howdy, Gene.
What's going on?
So this was my pick, and I'm excited to talk about it because I picked this for a really weird reason. If you listened last week, you already know. If not, I'll bring it up later. But I believe the three of us are very excited to talk about it. We, of course, have a little video from Brody as per usual. He does apologize in advance. He says he's getting over a little bit of a cold, so he's a little stuffed. That's okay.
Nah, I think he's still just feeling the sauce from this past weekend.
It's possible. Well, I mean, he is in wintertime.
Yeah, he is in wintertime, and he had to walk home. He was walking home, so
it's possible that
it is possible.
He is sick as shit. Or was at least.
Sick of this shit, too. No, I'm kidding. He's sick of this shit.
But as per the usual, we're going to bring it in how we always do, and we're going to talk about what we did or didn't do in this past weekend. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life!
Thank you, sir. And to
Yes,
give
sir.
you just a little bit of a breath, we're going to go counterclockwise this week. So we're going to start it with Bob.
Oh, shit.
Bobby!
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
Oh, he wasn't
I need
ready.
I need an adult.
Anyway.
I need an adult. All right. Anyways, Bob, how was your weekend, brother?
My weekend was good. What did I do Friday? Why I'm having them all. What did I do?
Well, you
Friday?
did a lot this week, right, dude? You
I
doing some
did.
house hunting and shit, dude. And
Yeah. What the fuck did I do Friday? I'm having such a moment.
didn't you go out with some friends, or was that Saturday?
Yeah, you
night?
were with your buddies making pizzas.
Yes. So Friday we had a game night.
I
at
love
a
how we got to
house.
fill in Bob on what he did.
I know.
Well,
I was like, I did so
That's shit.
fucking much. I don't even
The
know.
only reason I know is because I didn't do that much, but you know,
Same.
Wednesday or the weekends are our game time, and Bobby wasn't there.
I know.
Bobby wasn't
Hey,
there.
listen. So we made pizzas and we were playing games, and I did get on Phasma, but then you had to hop off because Charlie made a mess.
Yes, she did.
That happens.
It happened. So, but and then Saturday. What the fuck? Wow, I'm having so. Anyway, I'll hop forward and then I'll go back to Saturday. Sunday. Rebecca and I. So we're in the house hunting process. We're not in a rush, but we decided to kind of start looking at some houses. So we went and looked at two on Saturday or Sunday. One was with our realtor, and the inside of the house was great. The outside of the house was good. Certain things need some work, so it's kind of on the back burner right now. Nice house, but we literally just started. I'm like, it's not like we're going to walk into house one and be like, that's it. And then again, you could. And then there was another house about 10 minutes from that had an open house. The second I walked in, and I'm like, I'm not a person who has a house yet. I walked in and went, needs work. There's no wood floor underneath that. Nope, I'm good. That's already 10 grand out of our pocket, and we haven't even gotten in here yet. So no. But we're going to look at two more tomorrow.
I didn't even get to the fucking foundation. He was like, yeah, fuck all this shit, dude.
Oh, I know. Well, the lady said, oh, there's carpet, but there's no wood floor. And I'm like, what do you mean there's no wood floor?
Oh, it's just subfloor?
Yep. I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with that. No, thank you.
Nah, man.
All right.
All right.
No, fuck
I
that.
mean, if carpet's your thing, that's fine. I don't like carpet.
No, I'm
No.
opposite, and I'm so
I-
glad that this new house has zero carpet in it.
If,
Yeah?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the same. If the house has carpet, I can rip it up. I don't care unless it's such a carpet where I'm like, no, that fits. I'll leave it alone for now. That's a very rare thing too. What the fuck did I do Saturday?
Yo, man.
I'm
If
having
you
some-
want carpets, that's what area rugs are for.
Mm-hmm.
that's
so-
what I have in my room here. That's what I have. Hold on, just give me a second.
No, you're good.
I'm like, what the fuck did I do Saturday? I'm having such a moment. This is not even like, what the fuck? Oh, that's it. We had a pool party to go to.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a fucking one of her cousins had a pool party. Dude, the water was actually nice and warm. Dipped right in there. I was in there for a good hour. He had all kinds of good food, salads, chicken, beef, you name it. It was good shit. And we were just chilling
Where's the
out.
beef?
And one of my favorite desserts was made by her aunt called Death by Chocolate. I'm sure you've heard of
Oh,
it.
hell yeah, dude.
Dude, the
Absolutely
amount
delicious.
of Death by Chocolate I had could probably stop a diabetes heart in 2 seconds. It was that much. But it was so fucking good. But and yeah, so we did that. And like I said, Sunday we did house hunting. And then I got to watch this movie, which I've seen I don't know how many times. And I'm excited to talk about it. So if we're going counters, that mean I'm going to Scoobs or you?
John.
Scuba.
Oh, me? All right. Well,
Oh, we
see,
got
see.
counterclockwise, baby.
See, it's a good thing I asked.
all right. Let's
Okay.
see what I do this weekend. I didn't do much. I didn't even really do a lot of gaming. I just kind of was feeling like fucking dog shit. Thursday, I left work early because I was not feeling good. And then Friday still wasn't feeling good. Saturday, finally decided to go to the minor emergency because I don't know, man. I kept throwing up, kept fucking. It's the same shit over and over again. And I thought it was food poisoning again or something. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I can't catch a break. Like I get food poisoning like once every 3 damn months. Like it's getting old.
Right?
So they
Fair.
didn't tell me. They didn't tell me what it was. They just took some blood samples and gave me an IV. And I swear to God, I was so dehydrated that IV bag just kind of just ooh, like it
Really?
went in like fast as shit. Ended up feeling a little bit better. I feel better now. Still not 100%, but I'm better than I was. I no longer have the nausea feeling or anything. Gamed with Chad, Daddy, and Brody a little bit Friday night. Saturday, I didn't get any gaming in at all because, like I said, I was feeling like dog shit. And then just kind of tried to do as much as I could around the house, packing up boxes because next weekend we are moving into the new house.
Yeah.
We technically don't have to be out of this house until the end of August, but we get the keys to the new house, so might as well just get it all done in one weekend.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
you might as
baby.
well.
So we're gonna.
Oh, shit. What's up, Brian? How are you, sir?
Oh, what's
We
up,
are,
Brian? What's up, Mike? What's
Brian?
going on?
Yeah, how's it going on, Mike? And so just packing stuff and putting stuff in boxes and giving stuff away that we don't need. I gave Damien a whole bunch of stuff and making sure that the area at my grandma's house is ready for the dogs because we aren't taking the dogs. They're going to go with Damien to my grandma's house. So we fenced, like I said, last weekend, we fenced in the backyard. Today, he is putting chicken wire underneath in the back of the house at the bottom. So that way they can't get under the house.
Okay.
Yeah. And so just that, man, and didn't really do much. I tried to watch this movie yesterday, but Damien came over with his girlfriend. And so I was distracted with that. And then we watched the new South Park episode, which is fucking. I don't care. I don't care what you think about politics. That episode.
No, that shit was just funny.
That episode
dude.
was just funny as shit.
I have to watch
I've seen it, dude. I have seen it like at this point like 8 times, and it's just
You're like
funny.
me with the MK trailer,
Yes,
bro. That's
yes.
fucking
It's like funny every time I fucking watch it, man. And you know, and like I said, you know, whatever your political views are, it is what it is. We're all friends. That shit was hilarious, man. That shit was fucking funny, and I feel like South Park is back to the way it was.
I haven't watched it solidly in so long, dude.
Well, I feel like it went back
to
to the days of like bigger, longer, and uncut when it was like balls to the wall. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they're just
What was the last season you actually remember watching?
Oh, dude, it
Because
had to
like
have been the
for
time when
me,
the movie came out, when Bigger, Longer, and Uncut came
for
out.
the last full season,
God,
I
that was such a
remember
great
watching
movie.
is when PC Principal
Yes.
found out that he was a meme and then was like on a whole fucking like Terminator
Okay.
rampage that
Yeah,
whole season.
yeah. I
And
did watch that, but I didn't watch
that's
the whole
last
season.
yeah, that was the last season I fucking remember. And I think like wasn't Craig the main guy at the end or
Yeah,
something?
I
He's
think
the main
so.
bad guy. I
Yeah.
can't fucking it's been so fucking
See, and PC Principal is still there, but it no longer stands for what it stood for before.
politically correct.
Now it's
Of course not, dude.
what is it? I think it's like something Christian or something, or I don't know, but it's fucking hilarious, man. And if you haven't seen the new episode of South Park, go watch it.
I gotta go watch it.
It's fucking it's gold. It's fucking comedy gold. And then I started watching the movie again, and then Sam got here with her girlfriend, and we just were chatting and talking and stuff, and so I kind of lost track of time. Tried to watch it today at work, but I fell asleep in my chair trying to watch it. Not because the movie was boring. I was just, I don't know, man. The syndrome hit me, and I was just out like a light.
Listen, without getting right into it right away, it is a slow burn. We can
It
admit
is.
that.
It
Absolutely.
is.
No, it
That's
is.
fine.
100%
It is,
is.
but I do enjoy this movie. It was lunchtime and it was nap time. So
Dude, yeah,
it was one of those
that is
lunchtime
so
naps.
fair.
And so I came home, and that was it. And I came here and I'm ready to talk about this movie, but not until we hear from you, because I know you had a good weekend.
yeah, it's a
Yes,
pretty
sir.
solid weekend, man. I took Friday off because we were doing a family barbecue, which I've never really done at my house, dude. Like I always have the friends and shit over because obviously, friends are fucking easier, man. Families, there's like set expectations and all that other bullshit. So it was a good time, good turnout. Not everybody was able to show up, but that's okay, man. We everybody still had a good solid time, whoever was here. And let me just say, man, I can't anywhere imagine what Scoob's life is living down in Texas amongst the coastal line. But I will say, for the last couple fucking days since Thursday, man, we have been, and I can only speak for my area specifically, but like Friday was 95% humidity all fucking day.
Dude, that shit sucked.
Saturday was close to that too. It was just like, it's like the air was like Oscar Mayer bologna thick, dude. It was just disgusting, bro. And I like bologna, just not, thick cut bologna like that. And thank God fucking for a pool, man, because holy shit, there's no way. Dude, when I hit the grill on Saturday, I was already sweating, right, dude? I hit that grill, it was like the flames of fucking hell, dude. Like, it was just like waterworks. Because once I start to sweat, that shit do not go like subtly. It's just like,
nope.
It's like
Takes forever.
Dude. Oh yeah, see, yeah, Bob knows, dude. And,
No.
yeah, once you get that cool, the only way I'm cooling down is jumping at the bottom of the deep end and holding myself down there for like a minute, and then I'm like,
even when your ears are just like go
now-
up, you're like, no.
Now imagine having that that weather
No.
nearly almost all
I
year
can
long.
never do it, man. I am not built for this shit.
But that's why when it gets like into the 50s down here, we're like, oh my God, it's so fucking cold. You know what I mean? Because that's what we have all year long. It's humid as fuck. Today, I think the humidity was low and it was at
could
like
keep
almost 70%. It was like,
See, that's still high for
no,
here.
it
That's
is.
like,
It is.
ugh.
It is high.
You could
But
still
for
keep
us,
it.
that's a low
Yeah,
humidity.
no.
You know?
And that's why I say, like, I always think about you, man, when it's like we're dealing with the shit. I'm like, I can't fucking complain by any means, dude, because
You
fuck.
can't. I'm going to. Fuck this.
No, that's fine. Well, you are in a kind of a different bracket, right? Because you probably have more humidity than me, just being closer to the fucking coast.
Dude,
So,
it's-
like,
like if it's 88 degrees, it's not 88 degrees. It's 95.
Like
with you.
when I said the other day, Saturday was a Hawaiian shirt day. That wasn't just for a good fashion sense, bro. That was just because they're light and breezy fucking shirts, and you need them. Because holy fucking titties, bro.
Brody.
Brody says it's freezing here. Brody, what's your freezing?
Yeah. What
And
is it? How cold right
Yeah,
now?
what is your freezing
We'll convert.
temperature?
We'll convert. So give us your Celsius. We'll convert it to what we need.
Somewhat, yeah.
But like, because I feel like he's gonna tell me what he thinks is cold, and I'm like, bro, I wear that with t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's like, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Australia is Texas of the world.
That's
so
what I'm
his
saying, like,
cold is
yeah.
probably my
Like,
same.
You say
cold.
50s, dude, is being cold. I'm like, fuck off, bro. That's perfect fall weather, baby.
That is
I
balls
may
not
be-
sticking to your legs.
My fat ass may be able to wear a hoodie. Yay. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
50.
yay.
Gene said 50 degrees. See, when it's 50, we're like, oh my God, it's cold. And then we get the little bit of time where we actually get like a freeze or something, and the entire fucking city shuts the fuck down. We don't go to work. Everybody stays home. They send out alerts that this is shut down and this is shut down. And it only lasts until like fucking noon, because by the afternoon, it's maybe 50
Summer?
degrees. Like it was 2 degrees when I left for work. Haha.
So, all right.
Well, freezing is
somebody do the
0. So
Yeah, but all right. So
Yeah, 50
All right.
degrees. It's like, oh, early summer day.
this is why I hate playing Phasmophobia with Brody, because he's in Celsius.
because he does the Celsius thermal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. for
Yeah,
real,
the first
bro.
time when I played with him the first time, and I said, "Where's the temperature thing?" Over there. And I'm like,
Okay.
"The fuck
okay.
is this
okay.
Celsius
So
bullshit?"
Brody's actually a little bit above freezing right now. He's at 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
That is still t-shirt weather.
So you know what? I am in a hoodie at that, but I'm still in shorts. I don't go into pants until it goes under 20 degrees, man.
That's when I bust out my fucking parka and I look like I'm in.
I don't even wear a-
an Empire.
Nope. I don't even wear my hood.
I'll wear
I don't even wear a
pants, but I'm wearing
jacket until it's like
t-shirt.
under 15, dude. I'll wear 2 hoodies over an actual jacket. I don't know fucking why. I hate. That's funny. Anyways, but yeah, so I had a nice party. By the time that ended, I love my family and friends, but Sunday was a fucking like absolutely do nothing with nobody, kind of anything, just all moi day. I don't even feel guilty about it. I don't
No,
care.
you shouldn't. You should
never.
not.
And the wife even asked, she's like, "Are you gonna be a bum all day?" I'm like, "You're fucking right, I am." I'm like, "Get your ass up there and be a bum too." I was yelling at her because she wasn't. I'm like, "Stop working, go fucking play games, go relax." So I actually finally jumped into the MK1 expansion. Finally, I've yet to play it. The Chaos Realm or Chaos, whatever the Chaos pack is, dude. With the whole new DLC, it's fucking awesome. I love it.
I just started doing the I had to cut the training for MK11. I just started doing it.
Yeah, I need you to play because I don't feel like it would be fair for me to just
No,
jump
and
right
that's
in with you
exactly
two.
what I told the boys. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not playing Mortal Kombat with John.
I know you guys are shit talking to the behind. I was like, nobody ever wants to play
it's
Mortal
not.
Kombat
It's
with
not
you.
shit talking. It's not shit talking.
It's
What
the
fuck? You're
truth.
gonna fucking wreck our asses every single
It's like
time.
everybody. Yeah, but I'm not even that good, man.
Okay,
I just like
but
to
you
play.
still play more than we do.
That's fair.
I got my ass kicked on medium by the computer on medium.
I'm still in the training mode, so I'm over here ready to get my ass kicked.
I always keep thinking about that. I'm like, nobody ever responds to my MK requests, but it's probably because they're all in the corner. Like, I'm not playing that motherfucker. You're just going to beat. Like,
No,
I
We
will
talk
play
about it.
against you.
Look, to be fair, we do talk about it on Phasmophobia.
No, that's
And
fine. I know.
That's when
I
we're
know.
like, fuck that. I'm not fucking playing that. He's just gonna kick
No,
my ass.
I
I'm
want
gonna
I
rage
want to
quit.
play John by this
Even
weekend.
Gene said
I want to
Gene
do at least
said it
one.
too. But no, and then I was
wanna
like, you know
play
what?
John by this weekend.
Injustice,
I don't care if I die.
Injustice, maybe.
Play Injustice with me. That's fine.
Injustice.
Oh, Joe,
I
you
may-
shush. Get out of here, Joe Day.
in Injustice, I may be able to put up a little fight because I used to kick ass at that game, but I have not played it in so long. And so I don't know. I did download that one also, but I do have MK11 and Injustice downloaded for when we
Listen,
do play.
If anybody is a good how do I want to say this? guide whatever of guys of how I play, Joe is, man, because I've been friends with Joe for fucking 20 plus years now, and this dude's played me in like every fighter I got from Mortal Kombat all the way to Fighter Z. And he always hates it too because he's like, dude, if we're playing on couch mode and I'm going like if I'm slack, but then I do like the sit up straight mode, he's like, oh fucking god damn it, dude. I'm like, I didn't even lean forward yet, man. Come on.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to like figure out like the combos.
Soul Calibur's a good even play
Yo,
for
those-
him, dude. Him and I will
dude,
go.
Those
tie for tie on
combinations
that
though are fucking
Dude.
hard.
Soul Calibur and Mr. Day are the only game that I have ever done it with somebody where we have ended all 5 matches on a straight draw, dude. Like,
Damn.
you don't have And I don't know how we do it. Like one of us will get a win and it'll juggle to the next. And then we'll go back and forth. So it's down to 2 and 2. It's down to the last one. And somehow it comes down to like the last fucking, we hit each other with somehow the same kind of hit. Boom, double draw. And you're like, what the fuck, man? He's the only motherfucker I've done it with it. And we've done it multiple times. It's ridiculous, dude. Like every time it's the best high five.
I'm excited to play just so I can see how much I'm going to get my ass kicked.
See, listen,
Same.
I'm good with a couple of characters, and then everybody else I'm very base with. So,
well, see, and I don't even know. Like, I played with Scorpion, and I'm like, okay, this is, I get this. Like, it's Scorpion, and I'm just button mashing though.
You want to know who one of the easiest characters in MK11 to pick up and is the most aggressive is Kano. Dude will fuck shit up. It's ridiculous.
That's fair.
But anyways, we're not talking MK. We're talking 2012's Sinister today. And
it's a you pick, buddy, so you get to do the plot rundown.
This is my pick. All right. This was released October 12th, 2012. Despite to find inspiration for a new bestseller that will put him on the map, true crime author Ellison Oswald moves his family to rural Pennsylvania. Chad Daddy, what's up, buddy? As he delves into the unsolved murder case that shook the community years ago, a dusty box. Yeah.
Baby, my
in the attic filled with amateur home movies. Whoa! Captured on
amateur movies?
That's right. Captured on Super 8 film Peaks. Sorry. I'm learning new words today. Ellison's curiosity to dig deeper.
Deeper in that bush.
Ignorance is bliss.
Deeper in that dusty box.
As endless hours of raw footage brimming with atrocious acts. Who wrote this? Chad Daddy? This is very sexual.
And you know why he did it? Because you had to read it.
It's probably what it is, dude. That's fine. Maybe it's just me that's reading it wrong. Brimming with atrocious acts of torture makes the writer lose his nerve. Ellison must decide, should he cash in on disturbing discovery for the sake of success, or stop before he loses his sanity and soul forever? Directed by Scott Derrickson, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I really enjoyed the movie.
I like
and Doctor Strange, written by Scott Derrickson, Hellraiser, Inferno, and The Black Phone.
Black Phone, I haven't seen that one yet, but I guess it was good enough to get a sequel. So
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
A lot of people liked it. I personally did not, but
that's fair. That's fair. Totally understand.
But Hellraiser Inferno?
Yeah. And C. Robert Cargill, Doctor Strange and the Black Phone, produced by Jason Blum. Get Out and Happy Death Day. I heard Happy Death Day is actually a pretty fun movie.
Dude,
it is a fun movie.
And Brian Cavanagh Jones, Insidious and the Monkeys. Bobby,
some good fucking movies in there, man.
Yeah, seriously. Starring Ethan Hawke, Daybreakers, The Black Phone as Ellison Oswald, Juliet Rylance, Perry Mason, Arthur the King as Tracy Oswald, Fred Thompson, Die Hard 2, Cape Fear as Sheriff, James Ranson, It Chapter 2, The Black Phone as Deputy So-and-so. The fact that that's his fucking name,
I know, I love that, like, dude. Like,
really?
Actually,
that's his name?
Yeah.
Wow. Michael Hall Daddario, People Like Us, Are We There Yet? As Trevor Oswald, Claire Foley, Gotham, She Came from the Woods as Ashley Oswald, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Say my name correctly.
Private Pile.
Yeah, Private fucking Pile. Goddamn right.
Men in Black, Daredevil as Professor Jonas in Private Pile. Nicholas King, Max Keeble's Big Move, Caged as Bagul, Mr. Boogie. Total body count of 26. That's a lot.
That's a
Holy
lot.
shit.
I mean, you got to think, dude, every time we're executing people, it's whole families.
Yeah.
It's not individuals.
I'll say it's like a family of 4 or 5, and that's the number. It's not even.
No, I think there was one.
Was there 1 of 3?
And obviously, at the end, our family that we deal with the whole movie is a 3 at the end. So
you're right.
Right. Okay.
All right. Music by Christopher Young. The Grudge, Drag Me to Hell. Cinematography by Christopher Noor, Girl House, Gotham. Edited by Frederick Thorvall, Taken, The Black Phone. Effects and makeup, Philip Beck, Deep Rising, The Tenant. Distributed by Lionsgate. Runtime of 109 minutes. MPAA rating R. Budget of $3 million. And this motherfucker grossed $87.7 million fucking dollars.
Wow.
Let's
So this
talk about it, boys.
This movie made its money fucking back.
It
That's
made
for
its
fucking-
fucking.
You
And like I
think?
said, regardless of what you think about the movie, it did do well enough to get a sequel.
It did.
It's true.
The sequel,
I have not seen the sequel.
I haven't seen it in a
It's-
while.
It's
But I
not
just
as
remember
good as
not
the
liking
first.
it as much as the first one, which happens with a lot of sequels. I feel like they
Yes.
try to explain a lot.
Oh, they go more
doesn't-
backstory.
Yeah, and it just
I-
doesn't
Me
work.
personally, I feel like we got probably more backstory than what we even needed in this movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
good amount. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but you know what I mean? Like it wasn't necessary per se. You could have left some of that for a sequel down the road. But no, man, this movie, I saw this originally when it came out in theaters, so I guess I was part of those numbers. And I remember seeing the trailer. I don't know if you boys remember. I remember seeing the trailers when this movie was coming out, and they were kind of showing snippets of the vignettes in it. And I was just like, that was the thing that pulled me in this movie. I was like, what are we doing here with this shit, dude?
Yeah.
I didn't.
And
I didn't see the trailer.
no,
I
So-
saw it much later. So
and you boys know me. Obviously, my tastes have changed since we've been doing the show and shit like that, or at least I've come to understand things a lot more wide. When I saw
you've
this back in 2000
expanded.
Yeah. When I saw this back in 2012, dude, I did not know how I felt when I left the theaters. It was kind of one that I sat there and thought about, which is usually good, but slow burns were not a fucking thing for me then at all, dude. And they still are hard for me sometimes, man, because I have really fucking shitty attention, man. So I need shit happening. However, I feel that Ethan Hawke with this movie alone and the shit that they kind of give us, it fucking works for me, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I can fully admit there was not a lot going on, but at the same time, I was not bored.
No.
I can understand why somebody might be, but this time watching it around, I feel like I might have watched this somewhere in the middle. So I feel like this isn't exactly my second viewing. I think this is my third. But like you said, Scubas, dude, like it's almost a fresh watch because I haven't really watched it that much or recently. So
Yeah,
it's-
this is one of those movies that I did watch in theaters, and it hits different when you're a parent.
I can see that.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sure.
Oh,
And-
you know what? Maybe that's what it
And
is. I
that
was
might be
not
what
a
it is.
parent.
You were not a parent then, and you
Now.
are now. And so there's that whole dynamic of being a parent and your children acting a certain way and saying certain things and their drawings and stuff, where it's like, damn, do I believe them? Or is it just, the exterior things that are influencing them, or they're hearing things at school, which I thought was a really cool dynamic that we get in here, because at first we don't really know what's gonna happen. Now we open up the movie with this really cool video of this family just standing there with bags on their heads, and then the tree fall and they get hung, and you're like, what the fuck am I about to watch? And it's this old Super 8 film.
Well,
And
honest opinion,
Which
on
the Super 8
honest
looks
opinion.
so good.
How do you guys feel about the garden tool? Like, do you notice it? Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think I noticed it the first
I didn't
time
notice it.
watched the movie.
I didn't notice it the
But
first
by
time.
this time, it's there right in the very first.
Yeah, it's there right in the
scene,
beginning, but
so-
I don't think you're focused on that. You're
No, you're
looking
not.
at these people and you're like, what the hell is going on? Because I can tell you, even watching it this time, I
You're
didn't
still on the
realize
people.
that it was there because I focused
Oh, really?
on the people. Yeah, I never never
think
paid
this
attention.
time I focused
No.
more on that, and I will say that looks a little funny to me. I don't know if it's the CGI per se, kind of with the times. Obviously, the $3 million's a lot to us, but in movie stance,
That's like
It's not,
that's like,
you
it's
know
like
what I mean?
$1.50,
So-
you know. It's like
Right.
$1.50 to them. I gotta say, so this was probably my fourth or fifth watch. I still I can't get over how good to me that the Super 8 film just works so well and it looks great.
But
Some
you
of
know,
my
I think-
favorite some of my favorite scenes are just him watching the movies
And you
It's
know what
just
I
like,
think
this
it is?
It's perfect.
What I think it is, it's kind of the way we expect found footage films to be. It's that
Correct.
graininess, that grit that
Mhm.
adds that extra layer to this film that,
The
that he's
realism
watching.
of it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so I fucking love the fact, because this combines two of my favorite things: true crime and
ghost stories,
ghosts,
right?
and
Yeah.
ghost
Yeah.
stories. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is
There you go.
if you love true crime and you love ghost stories, this movie's it. This combines both of those, and it does it
Which-
very well.
Go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say, which talk about ghosts. Let's get into the ghost a little bit. The book, Mr. Boogie. He's such a freaky looking thing, but he's also still subtle at the same time because he's in the shadows.
I mean,
Some of the
is he
that's
like
some of the best. It's some of the best shots of a ghost. I'll say monster that we have. Yes, I know we need. I'm ordering one.
I didn't
didn't
even
forget.
see that right now. You know what? We'll do that. We got that. No, the ghosts were solid. I don't even know if Bagul himself would be a ghost per se. I would think he's more of a demon or something.
He's an entity. He's
Yeah.
he's
He's an
definitely a
entity.
demon. He's a
he might
demonic
not even-
entity.
I was gonna say, is he even a demon or is he one of those things? I mean, I guess we would consider him a demon, but I'm like, he to me feels one of those like ancient evils, dude.
Like
That's
an
not
Evil
even,
Dead kind of demon.
Yes,
like a
but it's like
something
it's
from like
it's
Sumeria.
pre-Christianity,
Right,
pre-Christianity and shit.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with
That's some
with devil
pagan
and wo-
stuff right
that-
there.
like, oh yeah, dude, like deep seed fucking like what do you want to call that? Almost like cosmic horror level kind of demon shit. You know what I mean? Maybe it, I guess, is kind of like that. Whatever.
Or that, or like I don't know why, but the word
So,
druids comes.
He's
to
an
mind with him,
ancient
like something.
Babylonian pagan deity.
Okay, so yeah.
So he's
okay,
Gozer.
pagan.
He's Gozer. He's an
Yeah,
ancient.
pretty
He's
much.
hanging out with Gozer.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, I
definitely
bet they
part of the
fuck.
druids.
I bet they fuck, dude.
They
They
fuck.
fuck.
They totally.
Oh
fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's coming
cool.
on Chat GPT.
That's Gore
She-
more headcanon right now, dude.
Brody,
She
make it
likes
happen.
Bagul makes it happen with her.
But no, so all right, let's
Okay,
be straight up honest. The 8mm films of this movie are besides Ethan Hawke, are the star of this fucking movie.
Yes.
dude. You are
Mhm.
waiting to see the next one. You're just like, I need to see more, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they're all great. And I say that they're all great and they're all fucked up in their own great way.
And they get worse and worse
And
as
they get
you
worse-
go
yes,
down.
as you go
They do.
along, and then when we get the extended cuts,
Oh
Bro,
my god.
Which
Bro,
first of
dude.
all, can we even talk about the fact that, because I'm assuming like Bagul is kind of possessing these kids a little bit to do some of this shit.
well,
Maybe not.
I don't
yes,
know.
Maybe
if
not
he's
possessing,
no,
not
but maybe not
possessing, but
possessing,
like
but he's feeding
influencing,
off
you know
of
what I
what they
mean? Like,
because remember the one son, he has night terrors, so he's probably feeding off of that. Because remember, we find him in the box, and then it gets worse with him as the movie goes on.
well, I
too.
think it's just more like the more you find out about him, the more you're
the
fucked.
worse it gets.
Well, I
But
feel
that's
like,
what he's like. He's like, yeah, go right ahead, man. Let's keep doing this shit.
I
dude."
feel like with the son that had the night terrors and stuff, I don't feel that Bagul was in a way feeding off of his energy.
no, I think that was
I
the
feel
house
it was
that
reverse.
was right.
I feel like it was
right.
reverse. Maybe the kid was a sensitive or something, and
Okay,
he could
It was
sense,
bothering him,
and
right.
and you know, he was feeding off of that negativity that was there,
yeah,
that was influencing his sister, because she was the one that Bagul picked
that
out.
could- yeah,
Which
that can, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
way better choice for what child should be
Yes,
the killer at the
because
end.
it's
I know-
not the obvious choice
correct
by
No.
any means necessary.
And if you know this
Yeah.
show, if this for whatever reason the first time you're ever listening to this shit, we jump around. We don't break down the story or anything like that.
We
literally
don't
just
do
a
it step by
generalized
step.
discussion. So
Maybe one
in case
day,
you don't know.
but not
We-
today.
You know what?
No,
The
we
one
did.
episode- Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters, we
and
did it.
Ghostbusters too. We did both of
Because
them.
you straight up called it out at the end. You're like, this is the first movie we literally went beat for beat. And I'm like, yeah, but that's because I fucking know it that hard in my head to where it's not
exactly.
even so. But this movie, like, once again, the vignettes, the 8mm, they're the star of the fucking show. Like Bob said, they get worse and worse each fucking one, which I almost might argue on that only because I personally think, well, I want to get your opinions and we can talk about this right now. What do you really think would be worse? the drowning from a lounge chair or the
Oh.
burning alive inside of a vehicle?
Burning
Because
alive.
Thank you.
I
I
don't-
think burning alive is worse than drowning.
Oh yeah,
Because
because
you're on fire and
you're
that
on fire
hurts
and you can't. There's nothing you
before
can do.
you die.
Yep.
Where drowning just kind of sucks. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be still terrible.
Yeah, but-
I'm not gonna say
But
like, you know,
so here's where I'll compare the two. With drowning, you'll
it's gonna take
start
longer.
it takes
maybe.
longer. You'll also start to kind
No.
of feel your lungs fill up.
Okay,
So
but you
that's-
also feel the fire as you're trying to breathe.
Burning everything.
It burned. It doesn't just burn you externally. You're
No,
breathing in the flames and shit. Like you literally burn into. You
This is-
feel
and
yourself
that's-
cooking.
And that
before
burn
you're.
scene is one of the few where it actually is fire that will kill you, not the smoke. So I don't know. I think I say it's
And
a
on
hard
top of
choice because
that-
listen, I don't want either one. It's gonna hurt either
Well,
way.
let's
More than
just
one
look at it
doesn't
like
matter
this.
at that point.
Let's just look at it like this. Both of them are bound up, right? Both sets of victims in each situation. If you get out of the lounge chair, however, nobody's getting out of these. I'm just saying if you got out of the lounge chair, you could swim away.
That's true.
If you got
And
out
you-
of those chains in that truck, that car was still chained the fuck up. You're not getting out of that
Yeah.
car.
All right.
You
So
are fucked.
Well,
fire-
I think that
but
one is
this one,
worse
the
than
fire
the
is-
drowning
the fire one is worse, but the heat, in theory, in reality, the heat would shatter the glass. So if
Yeah.
by some
But the glass
chance,
was already shattered, so would it?
Yeah, they broke.
Remember,
it.
because they threw it through
They
the
broke
glass.
the glass.
That's right.
already.
That would cause a vacuum. That's just going to create the fucking
True.
flames to go hotter.
yeah,
and higher,
it's gonna
dude.
go.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if by chance you do manage to get undone because whatever your duct tape or whatever
Yeah.
fucking melts, and you manage to get the fuck out the car, you're gonna live if you live with
That's a big
100% of your fucking body burned, you end up looking like Freddy Krueger for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah,
if
ain't
you
get
even
out of that
live.
car.
If you even live, because you got to remember too,
Yeah.
that was back in the 60s or 70s that one occurred.
The pool party was 60s, I
70s. I
believe.
think that one
that was
was
70s.
So
70s.
that one was
Because-
70s. They didn't have
They did not
Sleepy
have the
Time-
right kind of.
the skin grafts and stuff. Like, come
Sleepy
on.
Time was 98. Yard work was 86. Question with yard work, and I'm not gonna break into that, but with the girl, do you think that's supposed to be a it reference? With her being 86 and wearing a yellow like rain slicker?
I
That's
totally
Georgie.
wasn't- I
Yeah,
was.
that's
I
Georgie,
honestly,
totally
I honestly
Georgie.
wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
I was not even. Thinking
Well,
about
I
that,
mean,
to be honest with you.
Dude, there's so many fucking like nods to other horror movies in this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like even when he sees the dog, he calls him fucking Cujo, and then he literally does a fucking Shining reference right after the fucking fact. He's like, "Just come here, I'm just gonna bash your fucking brains in." It's
Yeah.
like, what? Whoa!
I don't know about you boys, and the fire one's horrible, but just imagine you are laying on the ground and someone's bringing a fucking lawnmower towards you.
Okay,
and you
so
ain't getting out
lawnmower
of
is the
way.
worst because lawnmower is potentially not going to instantaneously kill you.
Yeah, it could not.
That's just
if
going to
he-
sit there and fucking mangle you until you are dead somehow or the other. I
Have you
don't
boys seen the new Final Destination?
Yes.
know.
I
Okay.
did.
I have not.
There is a lawnmower scene in that, and I feel
Which
like
is-
this one is way more like than that.
Yes.
I mean,
That
have you-
one's more of like, this one's like, oh.
Yeah.
See, when I think lawnmower scene, and I know it's not the best reference, but I always go with a hobo with a shotgun, dude, with her fucking lawnmower,
yeah.
fucking
or
that shit,
or
dude.
or dead
or
alive.
leprechaun.
Or,
Oh!
or no,
Dead Alive,
I
greatest
was thinking-
lawnmower scene
Yeah.
ever.
I also sometimes go with Night of the Creeps when it goes right into the creep's face and you just see it. Blah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was cool too. Yeah.
Lawnmower kills are always solid.
Yeah.
But no, man. Like Gene said, man, when you are watching these 8mm and shit, you are watching them with Ethan. You are him. He is you. His reactions are more than likely
much.
your reactions
Yeah.
that's going to
Yeah.
be right. Like,
And it makes you want some whiskey, that's for sure.
yeah, I mean, if that dude wasn't an alcoholic, he was going to be at a certain point because he was just driving himself to that fucking shit, dude, for sure. And I understand, man. Like, you're not trying to, because he was fine with watching most of the families get got, but I think there was the Sleepy Time one is the one where he actually
Yeah.
turned away because it was the kid that was about to get his throat cut. And obviously, like, yeah, man, we're not going to show like this. even though we kill kids in this movie, we're not going to show kids getting killed in this movie. Like,
Which
they
I
don't
think
go
is a solid
that
choice.
far.
And especially when we get the, we see that the family dies at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert.
If you didn't know.
But and we know that she has an axe, and we know that she goes for dad first. But then to see the way that she cut them up just by the drawing, I feel like
dude,
that
it's
was
just
so fucked,
Oh
bro.
my God.
Like,
because now that's just all in your head, imagination wise.
yes,
Like, what does that look
that's exactly, and that's what I love about this, is that we don't see exactly what happens. We see what happens. We don't see the outcome of what happened
No.
to each family. It lets our fucking imagination kick in, which is way worse than anything they could show me on screen.
This movie, like, as visceral as the quote unquote kills are,
You get very.
we don't see gore.
No.
We
You get
don't really see
tidbits.
any. Yeah. Like,
Go
ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, but I will
No, you're
say,
fine.
shot wise, especially in Sleepy Time, not seeing
Sleepy
it
Time
on
is probably the one you
camera,
get the-
but
is-
seeing it through his glasses. If that is not brilliantly done,
Well,
I
even
don't
in
know what
barbecue,
is.
you got that.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you first saw the initial flame burst, dude, it's in his lenses, which is like, yeah, that's a
Which-
fucking fantastic shot. I fucking love that. Give me more of that shit.
yeah.
And give me, it's so stupid, dude. But like, I like him just like the shots of him setting up the projector.
I was just
You know what I
thinking that
mean?
as I
Yeah,
was watching. I'm
hold on.
like,
It's
why am I
almost like
so
a lock
intrigued
and
by
load
this?
kind of scene or some shit
I
like
do
that. Like,
I do love the scene of him putting up the projector, but all it reminded me of is when fucking Clark's putting up the fucking projector in Christmas Vacation in the fucking in the goddamn attic. Which,
all right, that's fair.
to talk about
Which-
the attic, the fucking scene
Oh my God!
where
Yes.
the ladder's down and he fucking climbs up and he sees all those little kids sitting around. Man, I would have fucking just climbed down as soon as I would. You know what? I wouldn't have even gone up there. Ladder's
I would
down.
have
you know
sold
what?
the house. I'd be like, that
Closed.
we're gone.
I'm
Bye.
sad we don't have Chad Daddy here because Chad Daddy is our Pennsylvania resident. Not that he gave us all the answers, but
Well,
okay.
Gene too. Gene lives in Pennsylvania, so maybe he
that's
can.
true.
Yeah.
Gene, good. You guys have scorpions in Pennsylvania? I feel like that would have been a big red flag right fucking there. And I'm not saying, like, obviously, yes, he does not believe in superstitious stuff. But if all of a sudden I had a scorpion and then I also had a snake in the same area,
Yeah, I'd be questioning.
like, my mind would have been questioning shit way more before Ethan Hawke decided to be like, all right, we need to pull the fucking plug.
Molly.
What's up, Molly?
What's up,
Happy
Molly?
Monday.
There's also one other thing I want to bring
Gene
up.
says
too.
no.
Oh,
See,
so there you go.
first red flag.
Yeah.
Why is there a
Definitely a red flag.
scorpion in my
Why?
fucking attic in Pennsylvania?
So I told Mel, I
Yeah.
said, look, if anything weird starts happening in this new house that we're moving in, we're fucking gone. I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not even gonna be like, oh, I don't
No.
believe you.
And you're moving
Fuck
into
that.
a brick ranch just like
Yes.
this house, dude.
Yes,
Yes,
I
you
know.
are.
I fucking know. If there's a fucking random box that appears that says home movies on it, we're gone. I'm not even looking. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but what if it's just the home movies from Cartoon Network, dude? That we-
Oh, I'm
Or
not
what
risking
if-
it, John. I'm sorry.
But listen,
I'm not
wait,
risking
wait.
it.
What if it's movies about that old dusty box?
See,
Ooh.
now that's right. I'm not gonna lie, man. I would be Ethan Hawke. I would set this up and I would watch the first one.
I probably
However-
would do the same too.
When he called the cops to call it in, that is where him and I changed direction because I am still talking to the cops and be like, yo, man, I think I got some fucking weird evidence here.
Yeah.
You guys are probably gonna fucking need this shit because I don't know what the hell's going on. Like,
But I
let's-
mean, but at the same
then we
time,
wouldn't have a
too-
movie.
But at the
Well,
same
yeah,
time,
true.
too, you got to remember, he was there to write
He-
his book.
Use that fame, baby.
He needs that fame, and that's what's driving him, and that essentially was his fucking downfall.
Oh,
Because
it completely was.
he waited way too fucking long to be
Mhm.
like peace. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't have followed him regardless, because I feel like the very first time he watched that video, he was cursed. It was done.
I don't think it took until he
Yeah, I think it
noticed
took a few more.
till he specifically noticed Bagul. So it would have been
Yes.
pool party. Because that's when he first
Yeah,
Yeah.
still framed it. And here's another red flag. I don't know if you boys knew this or not. 8mm film was specifically made to not be flammable that shit caught
Caught on
straight up
fire.
on
Yep.
fire.
Yep.
That should be a fucking sign. And now I'm not saying everybody should know that, right, dude? But Ethan Hawke might. He's older than us, dude. He grew up with 8 million. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I could...
Yeah. What I want to bring up also is this family in general. I mean, let's also remember, you said fame is what drives him. This poor family, the fact that they also didn't even get in the house 5 minutes, and you got the sheriff of the town saying, we don't really want you here, but just don't fuck around with our town.
I don't personally think that
wasn't for a
was
paranormal. That wasn't for a paranormal reason. That was because they knew who he was because of the books.
No, I wasn't going paranormal.
But he paints the town in a bad light. You know what I mean? In his other books, I guess he's basically shit on
law
the police departments
and
other people in the town. So of course they don't want that kind of publicity for their small town, and they know that this terrible thing happened. And I do feel I kind of didn't really like his character when he straight up lied to his wife. When she's like, which technically it wasn't a lie.
Listen, first of all, this whole movie is about semantics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of them because it's funny when you could fucking like be kind of a little bit of a dick. This is a huge, listen, man, if you're moving into a whole new house with your whole ass family, you owe your wife to tell her that. Secondly,
I was just going to ask you guys the question: if you would you keep it quiet or would you?
I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. I feel Steve.
No, if you didn't have the option, you had to buy the house because you're in a spot.
No. First of all, but you're
in a spot.
He wasn't in a spot.
He literally had a second mortgage that he was still paying that he was bitching about. Which, by the way, their other house was way the fuck nicer than this house.
Yeah,
that was like a mansion.
I feel like
get a fucking apartment near the place, dude. You don't need to live in the place.
House. Yeah, true.
But
which is what he's done in the past.
He said, this dude is trying to buy that extra 15 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So he is literally aura farming, and I can't believe I just used that thing.
Ooh, Gen Z. Ooh.
Yeah, no. But that's what he's doing with this house. Yeah. He is trying to just take everything that this house could potentially give him so he could turn it into his next 15 fucking minutes of fame, dude. Unfortunately, the house is giving him a lot more shit than what he expected.
I'll make you famous again, Daddy.
Best line of the movie.
Oh, God,
best line in the entire movie, dude.
God.
But no, this is a slow burn. I know, like, we get very excited about the shit we're talking about. We're jumping around. But a lot of this is,
but it's a good burn.
In a very nice cardigan with some old man specs with the fucking neck thing. Just kind of doing some what did you say earlier? True crime. We're figuring out some true crime. We know, and we get other moments too, because he's so fixated on this shit that he's literally like ignoring his family, dude. I'm sorry. And you are right, Steve, because it does change my interpretation of this movie being a dad versus not. Because I was mad at him when he didn't go up to like tuck his kids away. I'm like, bro, that takes 5 fucking minutes. You could step away.
He said kiss him for me. I'm like, dude, I don't even have kids. I want to go kiss my kids.
Or when his daughter brought him the coffee, which was a good setup because it was like very like she knew how to make it. Now, obviously, leading to the end, but like. He literally was like, all right, thanks. And then closes the door in her face. And she's just kind of stuck there in the hallway. And it's like, it clearly lingers on that shot just to make you like, aw.
But they did it to show just how much he's putting those extra 15 minutes of fame over his family.
Right.
You know, and I would like to think that, no, I would not do this. I would not move into a house. I would not go to a house that I know somebody died in, but that's what I do when I do my investigations.
Yeah, but you don't bring your family.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You don't bring your family. I think like that's in a situation like this, especially if the dude knew, I mean, like he was stretched thin, but it's like, you just move into the house.
Yeah.
Let your family stay home.
Family. Exactly.
Yeah. Let them stay in their house.
Go research your fucking book.
Guess what?
Do what you got to do.
Because now your wife's still happy. Your son's not getting random fucking night terrors where he's fucking popping out of a fucking box in the middle.
And your daughter's not fucking, you know.
Are they?
Yo, I'm just saying, My kids never had night terrors, but I feel like if I had a kid that did that shit, that kid would have probably caught one in the face for scared the
Dude,
fuck out of
I
me like
told
that.
Samara that. I told Sam that yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you're lucky you and your fucking brother never sleepwalked, because if you motherfuckers would have came to me with that bullshit, I'd have knocked the fuck out.
You'd be like, you're fucking possessed, bitch. Pah!
I did that once to my mom, and it was, I don't know if I was sleepwalking, but she said I was standing in the room. She woke up, and I walked out. And went
Nah,
right
fuck
to
that.
bed.
You'd have gotten
no.
a boot to
Time
the
happened.
face.
Yeah.
To the face. I would
There's something getting thrown at you, dude. Like, no
Yeah.
fucking way, man.
Yeah. But no, what was I gonna say? Oh, but okay, here's my question though. If he would have went by himself, okay,
Yes.
and the family
Nothing would've
stayed at
happened.
home,
Nothing would
are
happen.
you sure?
It has to go off a family
I-
dynamic. I don't think it would work with anything solo
Oh,
because he's always after
that's
kids.
true,
He
yeah.
only eats kids. He
But
only eats kids' souls.
but let's say they talked on the phone. They're still connected. They're still
And this whole movie, okay, this was another. So, like, this whole movie, even with the family, could have had a happy ending if they didn't do what they're supposed to do in every other movie, right? So, in this movie, they actually listened and they got the fuck out of Dodge.
Yep.
But that's
Yeah.
the catalyst to this whole thing. You have to move.
You have to move.
in
Yep.
order for it to fuck up. If they never moved out of that house, yeah, shit would have got like progressively worse. I think that's the whole point, is to try to kick you out. But if they never did, does it ever happen? You know what I mean? Does this
Yeah.
ghoul just become like a bitch ass roommate the rest of the fucking time?
Fucking
Like,
Uncle Bagul over there.
yeah, dude. Like, you're just like, shut the fuck up.
Shut
I
up
ain't
already,
moving,
Bagul.
dude.
Fuck, man. I'm not moving. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, shut up and go make me a fucking
You're like,
sandwich.
Have you
bro.
learned how to
know
make
what?
my coffee yet, bitch? Go fucking
You-
make my coffee.
You're like, you know how cheap the taxes are here, motherfucker? Like,
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
yeah, I don't give a shit, dude. I'll fucking get some sage. Piss off. Fucking.
Here's some salt, bitch. Walk through and give me
But
some.
I do like the design of Bagul. And I know you said he
looks
looks like Sid from Slipknot. Which
Little bit.
It's fair. It's fair.
A
It
little bit,
does,
little
you know.
bit,
yeah.
little bit.
But I feel like this was a really cool, simple design. There's really not a lot of facial features. The eyes, you don't really see the eyes. But I just feel like it's such a simple design, but it works. It works really well. And then when we
Mhm.
see him finally in full form, it's still cool. It doesn't come off as cheesy. It's not CGI. It's
No.
not, it's not this super shitty design that they felt they needed to go like overboard with and CGI this and CGI. It's just a dude with a mask, long hair, and a suit. And it works so
I
good.
love
And
that
it
he's
is
in his.
creepy.
I love that it's in a
It is
suit.
creepy as shit. I tell you
Kind
what,
of reminds me of Sting from
Mhm.
WCW a little bit.
a little bit.
I don't know why.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's the long
okay.
hair.
It's
with
the long hair and the trench coat and the
Yeah.
fucking long jacket.
Or I
But-
guess you could say the crow.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
fuck, but
Yeah, the
It-
crow
it
definitely.
goes back to Halloween, right, dude? With the simplistic white featureless face.
Yep.
That it
And the
works.
and the simple suit that makes it
Fucking
work.
A, dude. And
I love that it's a suit that he
now
wears.
this movie, listen, I'll give it some shit, dude. This movie is very jump scare heavy, which
Very-
isn't my.
I jumped.
It's not my favorite scare. It can work. I think like the window scene when he's looking at the picture and pulls down. Yeah, we've seen that other shit.
Oh,
But I
my
think
God.
that works. One of the best jump scare scenes, can't even talk. Jump scare scenes is the fucking lawnmower scene, dude.
Yeah.
That's possibly one of the
it
best
still gets me.
because, and like,
It
yeah,
gets
like we were talking prior to the show, that scene, the way it's paced out, man. You even if you've
You're-
seen it, you know what's coming, but your timing is always off because you're like, this is going longer than I fucking remember.
Yep.
And that's when you start leading into the TV for whatever reason because you're like,
Yeah.
am I gonna
Yep.
miss something? And then it's just like,
Ah!
and you're like, ah! Like, just nope, like, no. It doesn't even need to roar at me, dude. It's already fucking like terrifying enough as it is. That's just like added effect for there. But I did like the scene when he's looking around the house and we got all the kids doing their own like weird peekaboo thing behind him and shit like that.
Oh my God! Especially the one that's like right on him.
That kind of got me a little
Like
bit,
at
dude.
that
The
place,
first,
like,
the
yeah.
first girl that pops up, I was
Yep.
like, oh, wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that. But that kind of reminded me of like almost some like orphanage kind of shit or something like that. The way
Yeah.
like he's moving versus how they are. And he can, like you're not sure if he can kind of sense them a little bit or something. You know what I mean? Like he keeps looking in the
But he
directions that they
definitely sense
are.
that something is
Right.
wrong.
It's kind of like when you know somebody's standing behind you and you can just feel it. You're just,
Yeah. And then you turn around and nobody's there.
or somebody.
Yeah, and then you turn back around. It's like, holy crap!
You are in my bubble, brother.
Back the fuck up, please.
But no, man. So, all in all, it's a pretty solid movie. We didn't get like a huge cast. Vincent D'Onofrio comes in, who's a fucking always a major league hitter, and
yeah,
even though he's got like a very
minimal,
I don't want to. Thank you. I was gonna say I don't want to say insignificant. It's
not insignificant because that's how we learn.
He's our fucking
who Bagul is and how he has been through the ages. And I don't know if I said it before the show or on the show already. I love how it's a progression from images to now this 8mm film, which I wish it would have.
He's got to. Hell, man, he progresses with technology, dude.
Exactly.
That's just all it is.
And I feel like that sets this. And I know we're jumping before for the questions and stuff. But I feel like that sets this franchise up
for a bigger
movie, especially with technology now. Now it may not be as good, it may not be as scary.
I think you could go a whole different
it's a big setup
with the same kind of idea. I think you could go a new Nightmare segment and make this shit meta as fuck. So now Sinister the movie exists, but because you watch Sinister the movie, it created a catalyst. And what do they call that when you actually like something, you create something out of your imagination?
So it's like with Slender Man, how you basically give it life.
Yeah.
So you could go fucking meta with that shit, dude, and then have him actually.
That could be Sinister. That should be Sinister.
See, and I feel like Rings is really the only movie. I mean, well, of course, New Nightmare. Now that you say that, going meta with it, but if you've ever seen the third part of Rings or of the Rings series, it kind of goes that route where it's no longer just on the VHS tape. Somebody digitized it, and it's now all over the internet.
Question for you, because obviously you've seen that movie. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Vincent D'Onofrio in that movie too?
I don't remember, dude. It's been so long since I've seen it. I'll look it up real quick.
Because there's a movie where he literally plays this almost exact fucking role where he's like the professor on fucking Zoom call. It's like, yo, man.
Yeah, he is in this.
It's like, here's what the problem is.
Is he? Called it, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. No, but he was a good role, man. He sold his part.
He's, 100%.
Obviously, he's a smart dude. And I like that the cop, detective so-and-so, or deputy so-and-so.
Literally deputy
I like
so-and-so.
that he's a smart guy. And he even calls out. He's like, listen, man, I'm not just some dumb hick. What the fuck's going on here? He's like, you can't give me all this information and not expect me to put it to fucking together. I'm a goddamn cop. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I like that we have more people just like realizing what Ethan Hawke is going through, or kind of you know what I mean?
And questioning it. Like,
because his wife knows he's
gotta
dealing with something. She just doesn't know what. But obviously these guys, because obviously the second time Vincent D'Onofrio comes back, he's like, or even the first time is like, there's been another Bagul inspired murder.
There's been another one, isn't there?
Okay, yeah, dude. So
I kind of almost wish that he would have played the same character, just even if the movies had nothing to do with each other. Just give him the same, in Rings. Because
it kind of is. It's probably just a different name.
Yeah, it's Galen Burke. He plays Galen Burke in Rings, and then in this one, he's of course Professor Jonas. But
see,
that would have been a cool fucking nod.
Yeah, there would have been your perfect oh my god, dude, Sinister in the Ring, fucking in the same universe. What?
But I feel like this movie
that would kind of work.
I feel would fit in maybe kind of like the Conjuring universe a little bit.
Yeah,
or
listen, dude. As someone who literally just got through the Conjuring universe, this is better than the Nun movies.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, fucking definitely. The Nun 2 was literally just a rehash of the first one,
which
pretty much. Yeah,
I got a sidebar now because this is my
sidebar.
Nun 2 was literally trash because it was the worst kind of trash, right? Because the Nun 1, I'll give you Nun 1. That was okay, right? It only needed to be the one.
That's a watchable, decent movie where
you
it's like
had the perfect ending tie-in to go with The Conjuring, because you had Frenchie was the guy in the thing that gave her the right. Perfect.
Yep.
Now you give me a sequel with all those characters again. You just ruined that fucking ending, dude. Like it takes
seriously.
away from it. It's absolute poop town.
And not only that, it's an ending with number 2 that doesn't add or anything. It's literally the same ending.
Yeah.
Which is dumb
slightly
because you
different.
still know they're prequels. Well, you're like, yeah, but I know this bitch comes back in fucking Conjuring 2 when the Warrens fucking finally fight her. So whatever. I will say Annabelle 2, actually really good.
Good
Annabelle
movie.
3, also not too bad. I don't know.
Yeah. Annabelle 1.
I wasn't expecting a werewolf in Annabelle 3. I was like, oh, we're going fucking all out on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude. Great.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But we're not talking that. We're talking this. And I could see where you're the veins
I just
of
want
where it
every
fit into it.
I just want every fucking like it needs to be like an Avengers level fucking team up of all these horror characters and just
Hey, that was tried at one time and people didn't like it. So
What was that
I'm talking
Bigfoot
about
movie?
Jason Goes to Hell, but,
No, there was a Bigfoot movie where I watched, dude, where they end up killing a Bigfoot. And then Lance Hendrickson comes in and he's like, we're making a team to fight other monsters. And it was supposed to expand after that. Like they legit did the fucking Avengers protocol with that shit. I have to find that movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But no, man, this movie, like I said, as slow as it is, I feel like it hooks you in with enough of questionable things of like,
yes,
because we're figuring this out with Ethan Hawke the whole way, right? We're just like, he's even asking some of the questions that probably we're asking at the time. Every time he's doing his little notes and shit like that. And we're watching that first one, and he's just like, "Where's Stephanie?" Because we're all just like, "Yeah, where the hell's that little girl, dude?" Like you see everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't know. I think it's a solid fucking movie, and I like the misdirection at the end, like we brought up already, where they do the thing that they're supposed to do in every other horror movie and just pack up and leave. Amityville would have solved that problem, no problem. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mhm.
Poltergeist, also just pack up and fucking leave.
Yeah.
well.
Oh no, wait, no,
Poltergeist, bad example.
no.
Bad example because Kane's gonna find you wherever the fuck
That's
you are.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's true because they wouldn't have bounced because her getting
because
stuck in the TV was the first thing that fucking kind of almost happened, really. So, yeah.
And then you gotta remember the third one too. She's nowhere near.
I don't remember the third one. I remember in an apartment building.
They're in
It's-
they're in like in New York or some shit.
Yeah,
The only
they're in
thing
the
I also
apartment
remember very
yeah.
specifically was the entire apartment building had mirrors in it. For whatever
Yeah,
reason.
for some reason because
Which was
you know.
fuck,
Yeah.
I
a lot of
hated
them.
that, dude. I was like, ew, no, dude, that would be fucking no. Just bad news bears.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know, man. It's a solid little ghost story, man. It's not, yeah, sure,
It is.
it's not the best by any means, but it's interesting.
still, it keeps you intrigued the whole time.
I'm really interested to see how that sequel is, though. I know it's not going to be anywhere near.
We only
It's
get
been a
we
hot
only get
minute
one
myself.
returning character, and it's
We do. I
police
didn't know if we
officer.
could get any.
It's the young police officer.
So and so.
Yeah, so and so's in it. He's the main character trying to figure out, and then he goes to like this farmhouse, and there's a barn, and I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really remember a lot of it. I just know
The only way I feel like it could actually work is like you either have to go to the next family that's going to move into that house, or you got to jump a couple like generations almost. I don't know. 'Cause how else would you get?
I don't know.
Sinister 2 is a supernatural horror film that continues the story of Bagul, the malevolent deity from the first Sinister movie. A former deputy haunted by his past encounter with Bagul now works to stop the demon's curse from claiming more victims. He encounters a family, a mother and her twin sons, who have moved into a house where previous murders took place.
Okay.
The
All
boys,
right.
especially one named Dylan, are targeted by Bagul and his ghostly child minions who try to lure him into
Dylan.
committing murders. The deputy, along with the mother, Courtney, must race against time to protect the family and break the cycle of violence. According to the movie review, the film explores the mythology of Bagul, focusing on how he corrupts children and manipulates them into committing horrific acts.
I don't need to know how he
doesn't
corrupts them,
sound
dude. Like
bad.
he's a fucking demon, bro. Like he's got magic powers.
El Magic Perez.
I don't know. Either way, I'm glad you boys enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, clearly this was not your
absolutely.
first time watches, even though
No.
Scoots is like it was almost a
It
refreshing.
almost
watch.
was, because I can honestly say that I have not seen this movie in at least 10 years. It's been at least 10 years since I watched it. So it's been a while. And I did have this on my list as well for this year. So I'm glad
nice.
that one of us got it on there.
Chad,
Shut up, Chad. It was
Oh, it was not that slow.
It was like that
Okay,
good
maybe it was.
sexy slow that you gotta get.
That's why he had that. That's why he had a comfy
Yes.
sweater on, dude.
Yeah, the
because he was
comfy
being
sweater. All that was
he's
missing
gotta
was
be
the
relaxed.
pipe, you know.
I'm sad none of us had a sweater.
Hey, he had the whiskey. He had the whiskey.
Dude. That dude had some. I want to know like how many bottles the officer saw. Like, are we talking like is he shelving just empty bottles like that cool kid that lives in the fire? You know what I mean? Is it just fucking everywhere?
I'm gonna say there's got to be at least 5.
It's possible. I mean, even the wife noticed
That's
it, right?
wild.
Because she said, "You never dip into the booze this fast. It's got to be really fucking bad." Which
Mhm.
clearly, if she's seeing all these signs, I mean, I'm not saying she did. She did try her best. She already warned him right up front. I'm surprised she didn't actually bounce to her sisters earlier, like she said she would have.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly expected that turn of event.
If I was in that situation and I saw that, I would have been like, "Hey, we're going to
Chad,
Grandma's
send us a
house,
score,
kids. Let's
buddy.
go."
You didn't give us a score. Send it in the
Yeah,
chat.
you have a score, brother. That would
Yeah,
be
we need
appreciated.
score.
Speaking of, actually, you guys want to hear from the
Let's hear what Brody has to say.
Brody? All right.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Kane, everybody.
Folks, it's your King and Banging back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Sinister. Let me just start off by saying how much I really fucking love this movie. It was the front cover that sold it for me back in the day. It was a bit of a blind buy, or not a buy, a rent. But yeah, upon viewing this gem, I would honestly have to say that this would maybe even off the top of my head, that this would have to be Blumhouse's scariest fucking movie. I remember the very first time I seen it, it really took me by surprise. The creep factor there, the atmosphere that this film has is second to none. It's absolutely fucking perfect for what this film represents in the themes and tonal shift of the story. Whatever it may be, the layers of what this film's meant to be in the horror genre, and it sets out to do what it does, it fucking succeeds perfectly, I think. And just to talk about those tones of the movie, you know, you got the Super 8. I love how the creativity goes into each little Super 8. The stories in themselves, you know, they're something a little bit different. And each one really has a very creative way of showing you the lead up with just one single little cut. We get a before and after and the aftermath. And
True.
they're extremely brutal. I love the way that the sound design layers over the top of each one as Ethan Hawke witnesses this. And I honestly, obviously think this is the strongest thing about the whole entire movie. And we get the lead up to this sinister, presence that is sort of a blink and you miss it until Ethan Hawke goes back and watches it. And that's cool to sort of see unfold. For me personally, I absolutely jumped at the lawnmower scene. That is my favorite, of course, because it really caught me off guard. And when the jump scare hits with the sound design, I literally fucking nearly shit my pants upon the first viewing. And every time I go back and watch it now and see that scene, it's that nostalgia in the back of my head, and it just still has that creep factor that really holds up well for me personally. I love the fact that Scott Derrickson was able to use Bagul as the driving force of this movie, but not also visually representing in every scene. He only just sort of shows up to when he needs to, and I love that. It just keeps the mysterious element of him, and the way that they sort of portray his visual aspect throughout this movie and scenes, you sort of have to really keep visually engaged throughout each scene, throughout the cinematography, to really pick him in certain spots. And then you go back and rewind, you go, oh, fuck, there he is there. And you're like, oh, fuck, I thought I'd seen him. You know, it makes you paranoid. It makes you very alert with what's going on. And yeah, like he can remain behind the scenes, but also be the driving force of the movie. We get a little bit of lore about him, and it's just enough. We don't need every single bit of fucking detail, and that's what I love, the mysterious element of it. You know, we're still guessing, we're still intrigued with the story to see what's happening as it unfolds. And his character, Bagul, yeah, not overplayed visually, but very staunch characteristics of a villain or a sinister purpose or a presence with a sinister purpose. And yeah, I think Scott Derrickson did that extremely well throughout this movie. Just to quickly talk about something I forgot to mention just then, and that is the simple fact of jump scares in this movie. I think they're effective for me personally. I think there's a perfect amount. I think their placement in this film is absolutely fucking fantastic. Because at this stage, my senses are at their peak. Just with that fear and paranoia of trying to find this fucking sinister presence throughout those shot of the cinematography. It's really got me visually encapsulated and engaged. So when they pop up, I'm like, fucking Jesus, you know? Yeah, so enough of me talking about this movie. You get the picture. I love it. I enjoy the fuck out of it. If I really had to try and nitpick of something, and this is me just reaching for the smallest thing, why the fuck didn't this family get out sooner rather than later? But then again, by the time we get the end credits
Bang,
scene,
baby, I
it
need
doesn't
the
matter where the
bang.
fuck you go, you cannot escape Mr. Boogie or Bagul, especially when you've been on this fucking journey with the Super 8 films as long as Ethan Hawke's character has. So he will find you. Once you are invested, you are pretty much fucked. In saying that, I am going to give this a 4.8.
Damn,
My score
shit.
could change after listening to
Wow.
you guys talk
Damn.
about it, whether it may be bad or good.
Wow.
I do have another number in my head. It's very hard for me to say right now, but a solid 4.8 right here, right now.
All right.
Other than that, I look
Damn,
forward to
Brody,
hearing what
higher
you guys
than I
have to say
fucking
about it, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. So cheers.
We'll take it.
Thank you,
Hey,
Brody.
cheers, Brody. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Brody.
I appreciate
Broadster.
that score, brother. That's hell
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do appreciate that.
I
Scott.
do. Oh yeah, that's way higher than I fucking is even gonna go. Like,
Yeah,
I'm kind of like almost.
Nah,
I
he's talked highly about this.
No, he
film,
has,
so I'm
but he
like,
went Jay and
it's not gonna
Silent
be a
Bob
5,
high
but
with
he's gonna be
this.
close.
no like right, and I'm not gonna like this. This is not one that I would want to watch consistently by any means. I kind of actually like the way I have watched it to where it's been so sporadically. Every time has been a refresher, just like for Steve. I think there has solid moments. Like I said, I would like maybe something to happen a little bit more, maybe a couple more vignettes or something like that, just to give us a little bit more spice. Maybe even one more. Maybe that's all we extra need is just one extra little thing. I will say with those, and I apologize if this is in your behind the scenes, brother. Those were filmed prior to obviously the movie being filmed. So Ethan Hawke is watching them in real time
Oh,
as they go down, which I feel like it adds that whole like, especially if they didn't tell him what he's
That's
about to
cool.
see, dude. So maybe he was just like, I'm not fucking watching this kid get fucking sliced. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's like, yes, you are.
Fucking A, dude. But speaking of that, I think we've definitely gone on enough about our general discussion. So I'm going to hand it over to Scuba and see what we got for behind the scenes, brother.
all right. So Chad Daddy sent me the behind the scenes, and we are going to start it off. There's about 3 pages worth of behind the scenes, so we'll get the good ones.
Word.
So the family that was hanged on a tree were all played by stuntmen. However, when the scene was first done, the stunt coordinator botched the preparations for the scene, resulting in one of the actors coming loose from his harness, which went up around his neck.
Oh,
Fortunately, he was not
Oh.
physically harmed, but the stunt coordinator was fired on set soon after.
as
Oh,
would
shit.
be expected.
Chad, if you want
Yes,
explanations on
sir.
how he was able to manipulate the kids, watch part 2. You'll get all your answers there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't even think it was supposed to be a twist. I think you had the idea that it was coming
They-
regardless.
Yeah. I don't think it was a twist
But
at all. I don't think it was
I
meant
think the
to
only-
be one of
I think
those.
that-
Oh my god!
I
What
think
a
that-
twist!
the only twist I think I could give it is if you were questionable on what child it could have been.
Yeah.
I feel like with
Yeah,
Night
that's
Terrors was
about
kind
it,
of like
but-
the red herring for the boy. It was like, oh, there's shit clearly fucking. Especially was it okay? You know what? I didn't even mention it. We talked about punching him coming out of the box. No. That's not the punchable one. The punchable one when the fucker's hiding in the bush outside.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the punchable one.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Like that's
Yeah.
just like instinct. That
Instant fucking instant
Jesus
CPS
Christ.
call right there.
Oh, fucking right, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, moving right along. Writer C. Robert Cargill got the idea for this script from a nightmare he had after watching The Ring. Oh, so there is
Oh,
a connection.
shit. So there is a connection.
Shit, see, it could have happened.
They should have just did it.
Son of a bitch.
Be like, bro,
Oh.
just you're already using Vincent D'Onofrio. Just give him
Just
this
give him the same
character
name. Give him the same fucking
He just
name.
didn't want to make the connection like everybody else
That
wanted.
would
He
have
just
been
didn't want
fucking
to.
dope. All right, so the Pool Party 66 snuff film in Sinister was extremely difficult to film, according to Robert Cargill. The actors/actresses who played the doomed family were tied down to lawn chairs and pulled underwater in reality. And the filmmakers had to be extremely careful that nobody was harmed while filming the scene. Further complications occurred while filming the killer underwater. Nicholas King Bagul had to wear weights to stay underwater for several seconds while he was filmed. Since the scene was filmed entirely on Super 8 film, care had to be taken to ensure that the camera was properly rolling and that the cartridge and light meter were working. Otherwise, the scene would have to be reshot numerous times. Fuck all
Damn.
that.
That
So,
sounds like hell.
First
right
of
there.
all, we already know the man for the deal for that job, and that's Chad Daddy, because Chad Daddy don't fucking float. He says.
He don't
So
float.
Chad Daddy could have literally
That's
been pulling
true.
that
He
shit like,
would've-
I don't need fucking weighted.
I don't
Nothing.
need
Check
weights.
this out,
I got
bitch.
I'm standing right here, bitch.
Chad's pulling Aquaman duties. That's so. I was kind of wondering about that only because listen, and I'm not saying I know we were discussing maybe which one's worse. The pool scene is still bad. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean like anything is not bad about it,
Yeah,
right? Like,
it's-
'cause that's a terror. Nobody wants to fucking drown. That's terrifying, dude.
No.
But like when you see that first person go in and then you see the foot wiggle, dude. I feel that
Oh
foot
my
wiggle is
God,
just
yes.
like that's the like part of it,
Yeah.
dude.
That's that disgusting. Like
Chad
oh,
Daddy
fuck.
said, okay, boys, gonna take a dip in the pool. Love you guys. I'll join you underwater next week.
Hopefully a skinny dip. All right. No way, his mom's there. Never mind.
Wait till mom leaves.
Yeah, that's a nighttime activity. But all right, what else we got, Scuba?
So there is very little blood, almost no cursing, and no sex in this movie because the filmmakers were hoping for a PG-13 rating. However, they still got an R rating based on the content alone.
Well, if they got
I
the
mean-
R, then they should have just pushed. They should have just went
Just put-
for it.
yeah,
then,
they
I
should have.
feel.
But you know what? I feel like it works. Even with
It
the
does.
R and
It-
as
yeah.
minimal as we got, I feel like it works good.
So this is one.
Well, and let's think about it. That's what Chainsaw Massacre wanted too, and it got an R
No,
for
you're
its
right.
content.
I feel like okay, so this is a good movie to me where let's say you don't have somebody that like somebody that's not necessarily into horror. I feel like this would be a good sell for it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there is some terror
Because it's not just horror. It's like true crime.
yeah, there's some terrifying shit, but you still don't like you wouldn't be like, oh, you don't really like horror? Let's watch Terrifier. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a whole different fucking bag, right? Where this one, I could see the PG-13 like layers that they're trying. You're right, dude. I mean, there is no swearing. Even for as much arguing
No.
as there is between the wife and the husband, it's just more about the situation.
Which is
I kinda-
totally unbelievable. If you're married, you know.
Yeah. I have to disagree with Chad. I don't think the wife was completely a cunt. I think sometimes like, yeah,
No.
granted she threw some jabs at him about the career and shit. But ultimately, like
But was she probably wrong?
No, she
considering
wasn't
the position
wrong.
they were in?
Obviously, she was not wrong.
there okay.
No.
There comes an acceptance of reality that like even when she's like, listen, you have to understand that your last hit was over 10 years ago. And she even says, like, if it goes sour like last time, we can only assume that the sour is the books didn't land, the books sucked, or was there some, or is there something even worse, right? Like maybe more shit went down when they were at that house last time. There was 2 houses down or something, not supernatural, but just enough to where it would taint the lives completely. Where it's like, yeah, listen, I'm not dealing with this anymore. We're at that point.
I feel like it was like alcoholism at that point where he was drinking.
Right,
a lot
she
while he
did
was doing
mention-
the research.
She already knows about that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that, especially if he's getting really heavy into it because
Yeah.
he's really trying to get that fucking fame.
So here's one that
Mhm.
that you touched on. Ethan Hawke had never seen the Super 8 snuff films prior to the date of recording Sinister. When the scene where his character watches the snuff films was ready to be recorded, the soundtrack was matched up with the films and Hawke played out his role. His reactions to the films were recorded for Sinister and used in the final film. So those are all genuine reactions to the film.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
Do you have anything in there with the music that goes on during those segments?
I honestly have no idea because I did not go over these before Chad Daddy sent.
Okay, no.
Chad Daddy sent them. So I'm
You're good.
going in
I'm just
blind.
wondering because like I don't know if that music is just supposed to be like overlaying score, or is that actually
happening
on
like in the
Super 8.
film.
Yeah, like
I
Yeah.
feel like okay,
it
so
doesn't
I
seem
haven't.
like it should be on the
Well,
film.
here-
but I don't
here's
know.
my thing. The last time I ever used a film projector like that
It
was
didn't
in
do
like
sound.
elementary school. And I remember that we had to put the reel on the thing and then have to press play on the little recorder at the same time to match the sound up
Yes.
to.
Yeah,
So
yep.
we didn't
yeah.
see him do any of that. So I would assume that that's just supposed to be score,
Okay.
in my opinion. And
Yeah,
that
I
they
The only
sound,
reason I
it is,
ask is
yeah.
because it starts and stops when those segments start and stop.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, it works either way. I just
I
was
don't
wondering
see. I just skimmed through here and I don't see anything about
Okay.
that. So,
Word.
let's see. In crafting the look for Bagul, Cargill initially kept the idea of a sinister Willy Wonka before realizing that his audiences might find it silly and kill the potential for the film becoming a series.
So
Looking for
Johnny Depp.
pretty much. Looking for inspiration, Derrickson typed the word horror into Flickr and searched through 500,000 images. He narrowed the images down to about 15, including a photograph of a ghoul, which was just tagged simply Natalie. Cargill was particularly struck by Natalie and decided, what if it's just this guy? He and Derrickson contacted the photographer and purchased the rights to use the image for $500.
What?
God, I hope that
$500 fucking
photographer, like,
dollars.
got
Wow.
more.
Dude, that dude got hosed.
I would have been like $500 plus some
Seriously.
kind of like
Residuals, man.
residuals on the film.
Some
yeah,
kind of back end.
fuck all that.
Because like
I'm gonna look it up, see
the
if I can
movie
find the
made
image.
just under $88 million. That dude got 500 for that image, to which wasn't only just used in this, but also a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
So, wow. Well,
Oh, here's something about the music. It doesn't touch on whether it's played,
yeah.
but it says the makers of this movie scoured the internet for weeks looking for the most obscure and creepy soundtracks they could find. While Christopher Young composed a large number of the background scores for the movie, C. Robert Cargill bought the rights to music by Oliver Judge Hydrogen and Boards of Canada to use in the snuff film clips because of their mysterious and eerie noises. Young's soundtrack is available on CD, but the CD doesn't include additional songs by other bands and has yet to be released on vinyl or as MP3s.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we can potentially find that music. Okay. That's kind of cool.
Oh, shit. This one's kind of cool. In 2020, Forbes magazine conducted a study, Science of Scare Project, where the heart rate of the viewers were monitored while they watched a number of horror films. Out of 35 films, this movie won, having the highest average heart rate at 86, spiking at 131 beats per minute. Thus it often being deemed the scariest movie ever made.
What?
Damn.
By science. By
That's-
science, this is the scariest movie ever made. It doesn't say how many
What?
people.
I want to know that list of what movies they watched.
I don't know. It just is 35. I mean, and I'm
'Cause,
sure.
like,
Yeah, I want
It's
to
like,
know
how
that
do you-
list.
Are
Let's see
they?
if we
Are
can
they?
find it.
Is it all the? Is it the same people watching all 35 movies?
It has to be
'Cause-
if
right.
you're doing it
Like if
correctly.
you're going off that study of, because you can't go off random people because everybody's gonna have different like
No, it's
reactions
gotta
and
be
like
the same
heart
people.
irregularities.
So then that
and
means
shit.
how many? So that means if it's the same 35 people,
No,
how many
30,
films did they watch again?
35 films. So it doesn't matter how many people. It
Oh.
doesn't matter how many people.
So then
it could
that's-
just be the three of us, right? Obviously, but you're gonna have you
Right.
need a bigger. So even if it's 50, you need 50 people. Those same 50 people to watch 35 movies. But like, dude, there's no way like The Exorcist
How-
isn't on there and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's got to be.
dude,
on
if you're
there.
talking,
I'm curious
scariest
how many-
movies,
I'm curious how long it took, unless they did it like
So-
over a month.
Oh, dude, that had to be
like
over
one a day.
months.
It seems like
months,
they've
I would think.
It's
done
got to be.
they've done more since 2020, but it looks like here just some of the ones that were on the initial list were Sinister, Host, Skinamarink, which came out. Well, okay, no, this is from the different.
Oh,
list.
that's the
This is
newer one.
2022.
Yeah.
It says Insidious was on there, Conjuring, Hereditary, A Quiet Place, Part 1 and 2. The project also includes films like The Babadook, The Descent, Talk to Me, Hell House LLC. So I guess this is the updated one. Oh, here's okay. So for 2020, I don't have a list, but there is the Science of Scare 2023. Sinister is still number 1 on the list.
What?
Yeah, so that
Really?
list is host
Wow.
In
Skinamarink.
comparison to all those other movies you just fucking listed.
Hold on, there's more. Skinamarink, Insidious, The Conjuring, Hereditary, Smile, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Hell House LLC, Talk to Me, The Descent, The Conjuring 2, It Follows, The Dark and the Wicked, Paranormal Activity, The Babadook, A Quiet Place 2, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Insidious Chapter 2, The Ring, Terrifier 2, A Quiet Place, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Insidious, The Red Door, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Barbarian, The Nun 2, Hush, It, The Visit, The Exorcist, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, The Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity 2, Evil Dead Rise, Lights Out, Saw X, The Grudge. And I guess they expanded it because we're already on number 40. 28 Days Later, Oculus.
You're telling me this beat out Evil Dead Rise?
Evil Dead Rise. Yep.
And
Ouija,
God
Origin of
damn.
Evil, Scream, Poltergeist, Invisible Man, Get Out, The Witch, The Black Phone, Alien, and The Thing. And the way that they're listed is The Thing is the least scariest movie that was watched on this list.
I mean, I don't.
Ah.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, the thing is scary, but it's more.
It's a different kind of
existentially
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, it's,
right?
it's
It's not
scary. Yeah.
really.
Yeah. So as of
That's
2023,
Dude, there's some fucking new. There's some movies on there where it's
There's
just
some
blowing
shit,
my
like,
mind because I'm just like,
All
Okay,
of those in
Paranormal-
there are
like-
fucking top tier.
like I feel like Paranormal Activity should be high, but then again, a lot of people think that's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
So if you're not just getting into it, that's fucking crazy to me.
so it has a scare score of 96. The average resting heart rate was 64. The average movie heart rate was 86. The overall difference is 22 beats per minute. The highest spike was 131 for that one for Sinister. And then right underneath it is Host. The average highest spike in that one was 130. And then it dropped significantly with Skinamarink, which is number 3, which I watched and I fucking hated. But the highest
it's-
spike in Skinamarink was 113.
dude, that's insane to me.
That's fucking. Holy
I
shit.
also want to be part of one of these studies.
I would love
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
fuck yeah.
Because
100%.
like, could you imagine? Okay, all right, you know, like we're obviously honest with each other. Like if a movie fucking scares you, but like, you know, like there's those moments where people are trying to look, that movie didn't fucking scare me. Imagine if you were actually hooked to a heart monitor and you knew the amount of minutes you were on that heart monitor per the breakdown of the amount of minutes per thing. So you're like, no, man, you literally jumped at this scene,
Yeah.
this scene, and this scene, you bitch. That would be fucking
Oh,
awesome,
dude,
I
you
would
know
love
what's
to do that.
fucking great. Oh, I wonder if you could do that. Like if you had like, no, that wouldn't work.
Like if you're just saying if we could just do that
yeah, if we
ourselves.
could do it ourselves.
I'm already trying to think about it, dude. Because like
That would be. Oh my god, Gore
listen,
more.
You already got smartwatches, dude. I feel like you can just
You could
you already
probably
monitor
do
your
it on a
heart rate.
smartwatch.
Yeah, you could already
Oh,
monitor
yeah,
your heart rate,
you-
dude. So
yeah.
if you are sectioning it to that time that you are watching during the movie, it actually like note the moments. Maybe you know what I mean. I don't know.
That'd be fucking dope. That'd be pretty
That would
cool.
be awesome.
Hey.
Hey.
That's crazy, man. So this is scientifically one
The
of
scariest movie.
the scariest movie potentially.
By science.
I also feel that like it's kind of a flawed poll because, dude, you are definitely going with like A budget movies. You're not going into some sleazeball shit that would definitely be like,
yeah.
make people be like, ugh, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I guess they were going for like the jump factor of it. You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
You're going
And-
heart rate. You're not going necessarily
Yeah.
disgust or anything.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hey, by science, this is the scariest
Hey, you know what?
movie.
I'm gonna say congrats to you, Sinister. That's pretty.
Yeah,
serious.
Seriously,
congrats to you.
congratulations.
Still
Fitbits
blows
can
my
too.
mind.
Gore and More Science Lab. Ooh.
I have a
hey,
Fitbit. I
Maybe
can do
that
it.
could be like a live episode, and there we could set up a way for our heart rates to be on screen next to us as well. So that way people could see when we
Dude.
got scared and be like, that wasn't even scary.
You're not
I bet
scary.
there is. Because, like, I'm pretty sure my parents have a heart rate monitor. I know they got a blood pressure one. I'll have to check, dude.
I have a blood pressure cuff, but I don't know if it
Because
does.
because
the
if they got a
No,
heart
that-
rate,
that-
because if they got a
it
legit
may
heart
not
rate
do
monitor
that.
with a digital thing,
you know what this
you
calls
could
for?
almost do that because then you could just set it it up in the
I
corner.
got
of
my
the
This
Fitbit,
camera.
so I
calls
would do
this
that.
calls for ordering heart rate monitors off of Temu. That's
Yeah,
what this calls
honestly,
for.
that's what- yep.
Getting them off of Timu and watching fucking scary movies and doing this shit one weekend where we can just sit down and live stream this shit.
That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
I would love to.
We need to make some money for this podcast, man. We're doing a fucking marathon. We need to plan a marathon where we sit in the fucking chairs for 24 hours. People donate to us while we fucking watch the horror movies that you guys pick.
Yes.
Yeah, but it would have to be almost in a Patreon because obviously you
Yeah,
can't.
we would have
show
to do it in
movies.
Patreon.
I would do it.
Or we
24
could do it on
hours.
Twitch.
I would 100% do
We
it.
could do it on Twitch and people can fucking donate to the Twitch.
That's true.
Yeah.
The 24 hours thing, like we would definitely have to take some breaks, but
Oh yeah.
that's fine. Just think like you got to have bathroom breaks, dude, and get
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, and we would have scheduled bathroom breaks and stuff, but
Yeah.
that'd be something cool to do, something to think about.
I would do it.
We'll let the
What else you
Gorehounds
got
pick.
though?
We got some. I'm just gonna breeze through these because
Yeah.
we've killed a lot of time. Let's see. The sheriff in the film is played by Fred Thompson, former Republican senator from Tennessee. Thompson also has sought the GOP nomination for president.
No shit.
He is her.
Nice.
Wasn't he also Roseanne's boss?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
was. Yes, he was. Ethan Hawke plays a writer, which he is in real life, having written 2 novels, The Hottest State in 1996 and Ash Wednesday 2022.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
shit.
know that.
Had no idea.
No, that's
Bagul's
news to me.
Super 8 camera is Pro 8mm hybrid below model. BEALEAU model, designed in the 21st century by Pro 8mm from used cameras. Pro 8mm often helps with films and music videos in an attempt to showcase the art and nostalgia of celluloid film. The film stock and projector used in the movie were from the Eastman Kodak Company.
Yeah. What's up, Kodak?
Kodak
Yeah,
moment.
sponsor us. The Super 8 snuff reels in this movie aren't unlike many of the snuff reels that came up in the later half of the 20th century. The Super 8 film format, when it was introduced in 1965, allowed amateur filmmakers to be much cheaper and easier for the average person. But unfortunately, this also meant that a great amount of snuff reels, most of them fake, started surfacing as urban legends and in banned movies such as Faces of Death series. Fuck you, Faces of Death. You gave me nightmares for a long time. Most real
I've never watched those.
Dude, it's so bad. Most real
is-
snuff
it's bad.
films that feature actual murders were never revealed to the public and have been confiscated by police as evidence. The John F. Kennedy assassination was caught on a regular 8mm camera by an amateur filmmaker as an unintentional murder film and revealed to the public. Since then, it has been subject to several documentaries and conspiracy theories. The movie snuff reels were made to look like 20th century murder films on purpose to fit the story, which questions who the people behind all the snuff reels out there are.
Damn. Dude, I'm sorry, but you were like saying the Kennedy thing, and my conspiracy theory brain was just like bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That camera was set up in that spot specifically.
Because they knew it would see everything.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Back and to the left.
Back
Back.
and to the right.
There had to have been a second spitter.
To the right. I love that episode.
Such a great episode.
The character Deputy So-and-so, played by James Ranson, was never called by his name in this movie or the sequel. In the credits, he's just listed as Deputy, and in the credits for Sinister 2, he's listed as ex-Deputy So-and-so. So they never say his, he
God.
never
They
has a
don't
fucking
even-
name.
He's the main guy, and they don't even give him a name.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
mean, I
how,
guess
that's
there
how
is a
you know
name,
you've
but-
either made it or didn't make it. You're going to be the star of the sequel. Yay! But we don't give you a name. What?
All right. Speaking of red flags, John, in the scenes where a scorpion and snake are shown in the attic, these are 2 of Bagul's forms, as depicted in ancient drawings given to Ellison by Professor Jonas in the movie.
Yes, and the dog.
Yeah.
The dog's there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
The final jump scare after panning away from the box of film reels was not Scott Derrickson's idea, but a studio mandated change by Jason Blum, who insisted the film end on one final jump scare, which I feel was like the stupidest jump scare.
No,
Of the movie.
dude, I fucking hate.
I hate when a
movies do
studio
that
says you
last-
got to add more like that.
No, linger on the shot
Yeah.
and just cut it, dude.
Yeah, because I feel like that would have been more powerful. Just it
That's-
ending like
yeah.
that. We didn't need the last Bagul fucking head in.
Because
No, we don't need
that
that.
jump scare is only for us. It's not for anybody else. There's nobody alive in the scene to even see it for him to scare actually anybody in the movie. It's dumb. Linger on the shot of the hallway, fade to fucking black, dude.
Boom,
Like,
done. Perfect.
because that shit right there, that's one of those moments where like you're watching the credits, but you're still thinking of that end scene that whole fucking time. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, but no. Fuck you, Blum. God damn it.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Whatever.
Let's see. The family
He
that's
made money.
yeah, he did. The family that's hanged on the tree in this movie is the only family that was killed during the day. All the other families were killed at night.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the last one here is the only one to survive any of Bagul's Super 8 snuff film real murders in this movie was the Miller family's pet chihuahua from Sleepy Time 98.
You know what? I'm glad we didn't see a dog get randomly fucking.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
This says the dog seemingly survived, unlike its unfortunate owners, and the dog was not tied down with duct tape either, the way the Miller family was. And that is
that too. Yep.
all we got.
Thank you, buddy. And thank you, Chad
Yes,
Daddy.
Yeah, thank you,
sir.
Chad Daddy, because
Thank you, Chad. Thank you,
without your
Lord.
research, we'd be
That is-
lost. We'd be lost.
But no, I'm glad you had that in there because that was something that the wife and I discussed actually during that scene. She's like, "Don't kill the dog." I'm like, "Yeah, he's not bound up. He's good to go." Like,
Yeah,
So-
He could have ran away, but he decided to bark.
fucking A. Okay, where did you boys watch this?
Plex.
Plex. Yep, Plex.
Also Plex, and I will say I fucking hate Plex, dude.
Too many
Oh.
fucking commercials.
Too
Dude,
many
they were, oh my
ads,
fucking
bro.
God.
And-
Jesus Christ.
And what I found with like Tubi and Plex and all these other free streaming services,
Uh-huh.
they do not give you surround sound audio.
No,
Oh.
they don't.
So it does not, dude. I fucking hate
See,
it.
I only have a sound bar, so I don't.
Well, see, and I have my two speakers on the side and my sound bar and my sub, and it sucks because it only comes out of the sound bar, and I'm already going deaf as
Really?
fuck. Yeah, so it did not have the surround sound, and it pissed me. I was kind of pissed because I do own this on Blu-ray already,
Uh-huh.
but all my Blu-rays are in fucking storage.
Oh,
Yeah, so
You
I
could
didn't
have had
get-
it on
I
physical.
could have had it, but I didn't. So Plex it
No.
was.
Timing it. Yeah. Listen, I'm very happy that I got to watch this movie for free. However,
It's not.
when every commercial
Those ads.
block
is
is
125
almost-
seconds.
bullshit, dude. Mine were between 3 to 4 minutes of fucking commercials
Yeah.
each fucking
It
time.
was a lot.
The most I had was 240 fucking seconds, dude. And I was like, "Oh, fuck off, bro."
Jesus
That's
Christ.
I had like
bullshit,
5
bro.
commercials. There was like 5 commercials on.
and they
one.
were always the same ones.
I almost passed out during
Hold
one
on.
of them.
Hold on. Were yours in Spanish?
No,
I had one in Spanish.
All of mine were in fucking Spanish.
You know what it said?
I didn't
It
have
gave
any
me
in Spanish.
it gave me one for it was a gas station or whatever. I think it was Exxon or some bullshit. It gave me that one in Spanish, and I bitched about it. I was like, "Why the fuck is this giving me in Spanish, dude? I'm in fucking Central New York." The next time that ad came on, it was the fucking English one, dude. I was like,
Look
"Oh,
at-
it listened to me."
Look at this shit my daughter walks in wearing. Look at her shirt.
Wait a minute, that's that's Hubie Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from.
Yeah.
That's my shirt. I have not seen that shirt in like 2 years, 3 years.
That's
Well, now you
supposed
know
to
where
be
it's
worn
been.
by Mel.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Boner
All right.
donor.
Does the cover art sell the movie? Would you rent this as a child?
I'm gonna say
I mean,
yes.
I
Oh,
went and saw
definitely.
this fucking opening
100%.
weekend in theaters, dude, or opening week. So yes,
I would have.
actually, everything sold me on to see this movie because it looked fucking cool. Douche of the film, Ethan Hawke, dude.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
Ethan Hawke. Not even a question.
Like, even though he's our main guy, it's
He's
just
still the douche.
I mean, he got his family killed. You can't get
Yeah.
any douchier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, Chad may disagree and say that the wife was cunty or whatever, but
I think she was in her right, dude.
she
was.
was in the right so hard.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that she didn't take a couple low hits on him about the career thing, but I feel like some of that was just being cheeky playful sometimes during the daytime. Because there was other times where she was like, "All right, go knock him dead." You know what I mean? Like, so she was encouraging him too. And I think that's just playful banter. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Eh.
That takes us to a favorite kill, which, you know what? Let's change that Unless
Favorite-
it-
Favorite Super 8 film.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm going the extended tree scene where we fucking
With her crawling
with
down
her
and then
crawling down and doing the whole but not even the
right.
hanging on the fucking dad's
Oh
leg.
yeah, dude.
Dude, what the
oh
fuck?
my God, that's so
It's all
fucked.
playful and
Like, all playful, like, I just come up there and la la la. Like, what the shit?
dude. I feel like this
Um,
movie going into because that new movie Weapons is coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It was
can't wait
kind
to
of
see
making
that.
me like like I was kind of getting vibes for it already. Like,
So sidebar real quick for Weapons. I had no interest in watching that movie at all because I'm
No?
like, what the fuck is this about? But
it's a weird title. I'm not
it's,
going to say
it's a
not.
very weird title, but in seeing the
The trailer?
trailer for it, when I went to go watch Fantastic Four, that's what I did Thursday. We watched Fantastic Four.
Ah, there
I
you
forgot
go.
about that. I was still sick, but when I watched Fantastic Four, seeing the trailer for that, I had seen a TikTok before we watched the movie about the movie Weapons, and it was a box that the studio had sent this TikToker, right?
Okay.
And he opens this big ass box, and all that's in it is a can. Okay. And it looks like a can of food. And
Like
he
the
had to
can?
literally take the can opener that was sent with it and unseal this can. And there was a piece of hair and a fork and some other stuff in this can. And then it says, if you want to know more, scan this QR code. And then I took a screenshot and scanned the QR code, and it takes you to like the Weapons website or whatever. But it had me intrigued because I'm like, what the fuck? What is this about? Like, what? It made me interested in the film just from seeing
without-
it. And it
Okay.
says all your questions will be answered on whatever the fucking release date of the movie is. So
It is released
Makes sense.
August 8th.
yes.
So next week.
yes, sir.
Yep. I can't wait to see that.
Word. That's right. So favorite Super 8.
So,
I think for
hold on.
me, I'm gonna go Family Barbecue. Cause like for whatever, like listen, dude, they're all fucked in the right way. I'm not gonna say they're not, but if you're paying attention, if this is your second watch, the symbol is right on the hood, right from the get. Like all the clues are there, dude. It's just you might not notice them the first time through. Maybe you do. I don't fucking know, but I don't know, man. Just the whole like, I think it's the pettiness of how much that car was chained up, on top of the fact that those people were already also subdued in the car.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with that one.
I'm going to go with. I know we were talking about the family barbecue. That's the most painful. One of them, at least.
Yeah, but
But
that
I'm
doesn't have to
gonna
be your
go-
favorite. That's fine.
I'm going to go with the drowning.
The drowning.
I fucking knew you were gonna go with the drowning.
No, man, because the drowning is the drowning is just
That
fucked
one
up
is
on
the
a different level,
slowest
dude.
one.
It is.
And,
It is.
And it's the pain kicks in. After,
I don't know. Is it
depending on
is
the
it
person?
slower than the hang? Is it slower than the hanging?
Probably.
The hanging was very slow, so it's
No,
not going to break
I've-
your neck. You know what I mean? It's
Depends
not
on
a drop
that.
down.
Depends if it's wrapped
So
around your
you're
neck
just
the
gonna-
right way. It won't be.
Let's
Right,
ask
it's just gonna
science.
it's just gonna exist. Yeah, I can't even talk right now. It's just gonna
Plus,
choke
we
hold
also
you until you can't
yeah.
breathe anymore.
Plus, we also get Bagul in the pool, which is creepy.
That is right.
Fucking
That is
hell.
our first introduction to him as a character in this movie. So because he doesn't get the top of the box till after the fact when he goes back in the attic, right? And that's when he sees the
believe
Mr.
so.
Boogie, and then he's like, "Pool party." He's like going through it really slow, whatever.
All right, Bob's right. Drowning would
Drowning
involve
take
a
longer?
longer period of conscious experience
Okay.
leading up to death compared to hanging, because they say that if your neck breaks from the hanging, of course you're going to die faster.
But they clearly
That
didn't
depe-
because they were like
Y-
leveled up nice and slow.
Well,
Yeah.
and I'll say it like this: if you're someone who does that, please don't say you do it. If you do it right, yeah, it instant neck break. But you have to literally
Looking
know
at you,
how to do
David
that.
Carradine.
Or you're gonna be like, what's his name in the Mummy, dude? Where it's like, oh, now he's just gonna choke to death.
Mhm.
Which super sidebar, but I know because you like watch Spider-Man or Superman a bunch of times. I saw something where it said like David Cornsweth or whatever his name is
Mhm.
looks like almost a young Brendan Fraser, and he kind of fucking
Oh, he does.
A
He
little
kind
So-
bit,
of does.
yes.
what somebody said was, yo, they've already said they're doing a new Mummy movie. Cast him as their son in playing 40-year-old or something like that. Because
That would
obviously
be
he was in
cool.
the third one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that would be fucking fantastic, dude. Like, give me all that.
Hmm.
But okay, so we got all our scenes here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That takes us to all right. Now, obviously, this is best scene. This is not different than best segment of things. So, best scene of this movie.
Oh, I'm.
And if
I'm
it's still
going
a
with,
segment, go right ahead. That's
I'm
fine.
going.
It's the
No, go ahead, Bob.
first time he sets up the Super 8, and
Ooh.
when he's that whole first scene, we start seeing him drinking because it's establishing how he gets like his shit. I like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the attic scene where he sees all the kids sitting there and they
Ooh, that
and
was a
they-
good
They
one.
shush him, and
That's a good one.
You know, we get a good look at Bagul.
Yeah.
I'm torn because it's almost. I like the scene that I mentioned earlier where he's walking around the house and all the kids are fucking with him, right?
Yeah.
I like that because the way like they're moving slow mo, but he's moving normal speed and everything. It just looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that little girl poking out at the beginning did fucking make me jump a little bit.
Mhm.
But I feel like I also have to like tie it between not the vignettes themselves, but him watching the vignettes. Kind of like how Bob said. But we get a lot of cool shots with just like the reflection of his glasses, like we've talked about before, where you see
Yes.
the fire or you see, somebody else getting hurt. And it's just, I don't know, there was a lot of different inspired shots that I really liked. So I feel like I have to tie it out between those two.
That's fair.
Which takes us to worst moment or scene. Worst moment or scene. I don't necessarily know if I have one.
I don't think I have one because,
I
like I
feel
said,
like all the fights between the parents were all like necessary, needed.
yeah, there's nothing that really feels like out of place that makes me like, oh my god, like I hate
No.
this scene so much, or hurry up, get through this. Everything was needed, and
both
even though the
scenes with
pacing
Vincent D'Onofrio.
was kind of slow, I still feel like this is, like I said, it's true crime. It's kind of a murder mystery as well. So you have to get that time in to build up the suspense. And so I can't pick anything that is a worst moment or scene because it fits. Now,
Oh, you know what? I got one. Easy. Very last jump scene.
Okay,
Very
there we
last
go.
jump
Yes.
scare.
Okay, yeah. If you're gonna say
unneeded
that, then
Perfect.
I'll
Yep.
agree with
Perfect.
that. Yeah.
Because we already poo-pooed on that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that's an
Yeah, there
easy
you go.
fucking-
There you go. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Opening scene, did it hook you in?
Yeah,
That was the
fuck yeah.
hanging
Absolutely.
scene.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Yes.
I was already like, excuse me. And great, right? No score, silent. You just hear the like
Yeah.
of the fucking film reel. And then you get a little Sinister at the bottom corner. You're like, oh, fuck, we're in this shit, dude.
It was perfect.
That takes us to most attractive character.
Hmm.
Ethan Hawke's sweater, dude. It's a very nice sweater.
It's a character on its own.
Yeah.
It is,
go-
honestly.
I'm gonna go with the wife. She was kind of cute.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio because I'm gonna give it to the chubby guy.
Yeah.
I'll give it to the wife as well. I can't really.
It
Think
would
of
have
anything
only been
else.
funny if his wife brought him a donut and not a cup of coffee. All right. That takes us to, did the score set the mood?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Creepy as shit.
We already kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was part of the film or not, but it worked for those scenes, man,
Mhm.
because they just hit that much fucking harder. We don't have a song, I don't believe.
No,
so
I
I'm
don't-
just
I
gonna
don't think
throw
so.
that question out for this week. Favorite character?
Officer so and so.
Yes. And you know specifically why for me is when he comes in and he sees that picture of Bagul and he's like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Because that's the first question I would have had too.
Exactly.
I'm going with the professor.
Ooh,
Professor
That's a really good
Jones.
pick. Yeah.
very solid side characters. I like that I like when we always choose side characters over the main.
Yeah,
characters,
over the
dude.
main
Like, that's
ones.
just-
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Feels nice. Was it scary?
Yeah,
Well, scientifically,
Yeah,
clearly it
scientifically,
is.
it's the scariest movie that's ever existed.
Yes.
Chad may disagree, and that is
Yeah.
fair.
Chad
That
can
is-
disagree all he wants. Science proves it, and you can't disprove science.
I'm not gonna listen. I won't lie. A couple of the jump scares did definitely get me, dude. There's no way they didn't. Not that last one though. The last one was just
So
pooped out.
when we started the show, like I said, I was watching it here on my PC because Kaylee was over with talking with Mel and stuff, so she was here. So I was like, I got to finish the film. So I came and started watching it here. Let me tell you something, boys. I don't scare easily. I really don't. But having the headphones on and watching
Changes
the
it?
movie changes it because
Uh-huh.
now I can only hear what's going on, and these are soundproof, so I don't hear anything else that's going on out here. Fucking Mel came in as one of the jump scares was happening, and I almost shit my damn self. I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Yep. That's where you can't be in swinging distance, just in case. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that's sometimes a knee-jerk reaction, man. Does it hold up today? Well, it's actually over a decade old, but I would say, yeah, it does. I don't think
I would say 100% definitely does.
the only questionable CGI I think is weird is just the floating branch cutter in the beginning. Just looks a little off, but if you're not paying attention to it, you don't even fucking notice
But
it.
you
I only
know-
did.
You know
This is
why
true.
it looks off? Is because it's filmed on this grainy fucking Super 8 film.
Yes, and
And
that's
they
the
put
only
CGI over
CGI,
it. Yeah,
right?
and so it just
so
didn't work.
Yeah, it's like,
and that's the argument about CGI in found footage movies, right? It just
Yeah.
doesn't feel
It doesn't fit.
right.
it's
with that.
inorganic to what we're looking at.
Exactly.
Correct. Need that practical, baby. All right, that takes us to acting.
Fucking solid,
Oh,
man.
10
Yeah.
out of 10. Solid.
Even the kids were good, man. They
Yeah.
sold their roles and shit. So.
Creepy little fucks.
Cinematography. Solid,
Oh,
man. 100 grand.
Dude.
Come on.
The-
The shot
the-
looking through the glasses right there.
Well, not just that, the shot of the boy coming out of the box. Creepy
That was
as
great.
shit. Like that I remember seeing that in the trailer and I was like, what the fuck? Because they don't give you a lot in the trailer.
Yeah, dude, he's like birthing himself out of
Out of the box, and
dude.
you're like, oh my god, is this kid possessed? Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's creepy. And it's definitely a red herring kind
Oh,
of in the movie
yeah,
because you
dude.
think that's the kid. You don't think
Well,
it's gonna
because
be
now
the
he's
sweet
also
little
hiding
innocent
out
girl.
in the bushes
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Bagul was,
Yeah.
which you're just like, oh, wait a minute, did he see Bagul because his kid was there? And you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of wanted, 100%, dude.
Listen, somehow that kid's got a night terror and he's fucking doing gymnastics coming out of that fucking box. Are you kidding
I'm telling
me?
you, boy. I'm telling you, he's got some kind of sixth sense when it comes to the paranormal, and that's why he's acting the way it is, and that's why where he was standing and a lot of the things that he did.
He's throwing his vibes, man.
Yeah, exactly. He felt the Bagul vibes. He wasn't necessarily influenced by Bagul, but he could feel something in him
Yeah.
didn't react to.
I personally feel like the moment they were like fully fucked is when he had Bagul on his monitor and Bagul turned and looked at him.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
That
my
was the
God,
moment
yes.
I was like, all right, you're probably not going to
Gotcha.
come back from this.
You're not going
When
to
he
make it.
first saw him and then it burned up, that easily could have been the sign. That's where you end it. And I
And
don't
leave
think
it
it would have ever
alone.
been an issue. Right. I don't think it would have ever been an issue after the fact. I think it's when Bagul actually took a notice to him. It was just like, oh, bro, now you're
Surprise,
fucked, man.
motherfucker.
Like, yep. Yeah,
Surprise,
exactly.
motherfucker.
Did we like the premise?
Oh fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Horror, true crime.
Yeah.
100%, dude. Right.
Can't get better.
Was the climax satisfying? Honestly, it was.
The climax,
enjoyed it.
I don't want to say it was satisfying. The climax was fucked up.
No, I liked it. I liked that.
It took
That
that,
was the
turn.
whole- Yes, that was the whole thing of like you're not supposed to move.
Yeah. But it's
So-
still fucked up because this goes against the horror movie logic.
Yeah.
No.
So
Well,
hard.
Yes. Okay.
so
for that,
hard it goes against the
It
horror movie
does.
logic.
This
But
time it
I
does.
But it's
appreciate-
great. That's great though.
Right. I appreciate the bleak ending, man.
I do too.
I-
You don't
I-
get it all the time.
You don't, man. And sometimes
Sometimes you
need
need
that's
it.
what it should be.
Sometimes
it's,
you need it.
it's fucking horror, dude. For a
Yeah,
reason.
and I
like-
feel like had we gotten a happy ending to this movie, it would not done of as
there's your
good.
PG-13.
There's your
That's-
PG-13
Yeah, that's
with the
yeah,
happy ending.
PG-13 right
So
there.
having this bleak, dark ending the way it did, just fuck, man.
Which
it It hits. It fucking
Which I
hits.
also got to throw out, man. I feel like Bagul I should also throw out for honorable mention for favorite character, only because homie is definitely down with his puns. And I fucking like that shit, dude. Think of all the movie titles that they fucking wrote, man. They're all puns, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Family barbecue, family hangout, fucking sleepy. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. This is awesome. Okay, recycle, rewind, remake, reboot, reshelf. I'm gonna probably rewind it, dude.
I'm a rewind, I'm a reshelf, and I want a reboot.
I would like
I want 3 R's. I
do need to see the sequel, but you're probably better off with a reboot at this point, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, a reboot, but still incorporating. No, I don't want to remake. I want to reboot. So still have this take place. Part 1 and part 2 still took place, but let's make it a little more with the times.
What if you did one through the times, where you started out in ancient times?
Yeah, and we get Vincent
And
D'Onofrio's
then-
character back.
Well, though, I mean, like you could add a section of it, like when you go back, when you jump to the present or whatever. But I'm saying, like, dude, if you started out in some like, imagine if you started off in the era where you see the Catholics destroying all the shit because
Like a medieval time.
Yeah,
Oh, that would
yeah,
be
dude. Like
badass. Yes.
something happens, it leads into them trying to destroy all the shit, but then there's still some stuff that like they don't find.
It's
that
still
gets
there.
left
And it
behind.
gets
Yeah,
out, you know.
and then boom, now you can jump back into the present.
And it's Vincent D'Onofrio giving a lecture on Bagul and
There
all
you
this
fucking
shit.
go, bro.
Yeah, and he becomes like a fucking what's his face in the
'Cause
Rob
now-
Zombie remake. What the fuck is his name? Jesus Christ,
Loomis?
the fucking like Dr. Loomis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I was rebooting this shit, I would flip it the other way, and I would make it to where someone like he's teaching the class. You get some kids that they're like, yo, man, we should try to summon this motherfucker. And so they try to do the occult shit of summoning him. You know what I mean? Like it goes a whole different balance where they're actually like maybe like trying to kidnap a kid to bring him in or something like that. I don't know. I feel like you could
That would
expand
be
even that much
that would be
because he brought that up. He brought it up like occults and everything, like or cults potentially setting this up and shit. So
Yeah, he did. Oh, that would be cool.
Blumhouse, make it happen. You're used to,
if he's got the rights, dude, there's no way they.
I haven't thought of a reboot for this, obviously, since we're talking about
and like I said, man, watching it, like I said, if it went the way of Rings and it went digital,
like viral.
It went viral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would be the obvious next step for something like this,
Dude.
because
And if Sinister's going after kids, man, imagine if like that's the like he gets into YouTube kids somehow.
yes, exactly.
Like
You know what it
Exactly.
is?
You just make it even more fucked up.
You know what you could do? It's almost like a kind of think of it like it becomes a joke almost a little bit among kids until
No, we already
something
did that.
happens to one of
We
them.
already did that with the Freddy Krueger remake that we thought about doing. That was exactly the same premise we did when we talked about how they should reboot fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
Was
but I think it
became
could
a
work for
joke.
this for kids, not older.
Not teens.
Kids, it's a little more sinister, literally. And it goes down the line of kids. It goes down
Or,
that
hey,
line.
Like we see kids in like fucking middle school or elementary, like, hey, have you seen this video?
Well, then so essentially that would almost turn into like a Candyman kind of a thing.
kind of.
If you're
Good,
going
yeah,
with that because
kinda.
now you're spreading a legend that
I like the
you're trying
first
to,
one where we see where it began with him and like that Kath. I like that.
Yeah, but I
think
feel
that'd
like
be
there would
cool.
need to be a catalyst for it. Or maybe at the end of the movie, we see that, we think that Bagul's been defeated, but then we see this one random YouTube video pop up
Yeah,
and
done.
the kid
Yeah.
starts watching it and then the fucking movie ends.
And he's like, you know what the kid is? He's like, yo, man, I found these crazy 8mm, dude. Let me upload them to YouTube so you guys can see them. And it's the fuck.
He's like
Boom.
he's like an
Look what I found in my
influencer, and he
attic.
Yep, full
He's an
counter circle, dude.
influencer
You
and
instantly
spreads
seen,
Gene says
Right.
he infects Roblox.
fuck, bro.
Minecraft.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
He's on a Minecraft server somewhere.
That shit would be. Oh my god.
That would
shit
literally be
fucking
that'd be
ridiculous.
another epidemic of proportions.
All right. Well, let's rate this motherfucker. So Brody started off nice and fucking high with a 4.8.
Yeah, he did.
We do have a score from Chad Daddy with a 3 flat, which is good. You know what? Still way higher than I expected.
Yeah,
Chad Daddy to get.
I
Yeah,
expected
personally.
it to be way lower than that.
Just from giving comments originally. So, Bob, what do you got, brother?
4.5 for me. It's high
4.5.
up there. I'll do 4.5.
Scuba.
So I was set at a 4 before
Okay.
the podcast, but in talking with it, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
All right. Funny enough, kind of like Scoobs, I was actually closer to a 3.5. I think I got to give it a 4, dude, just because. I mean, dude, if it's scientifically the fucking scariest movie, I can't even argue that.
Science has proven it.
Blinded me with science.
All right, so that gives us a 4.16. So that is a 4.2.
4.2, and that is a very fair score for this movie. I feel like actually it should be a little bit higher because this is a damn good movie.
I'm fine
yeah.
with that. Hey,
No,
I'm
no.
happy with that. That's
It's a
fine.
great Gore Moore score. Chad Daddy, gonna have to write this down. 4.2. Send it to him in the chat because that way he
I
can
got
write
it.
in his little notepad that he's
You
got.
got it, Bob. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I got it right here.
And like he said earlier, next week we will be watching Underwater, which is a Chad Daddy pick.
Wait, which one is
Wait,
that?
is it called Underwater?
It's called Underwater.
2020 film? Is this the one with Kristen Stewart's in it? I have not seen this movie. I am very excited. It is on Hulu. It says premium subscription, Fubu, all that good shit.
I've never heard of this till now.
I think
2020?
think Leviathan kind of vibe, but I think it goes Old God. Could be wrong.
You said
You know what? It's
2020 was
crazy
the
that
movie, right?
this year we're watching a Kristen Stewart
Yeah.
movie, and next year one of you lucky fucks will be watching a Kristen Stewart movie as well. So crazy, so crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Yeah.
I mean, at the end, wouldn't we all be watching it?
I mean, yeah, but
that's
can
like
you imagine we fucking watch it and then we're like, it wasn't that bad.
You know what?
It was-
That's just like taking the grenade just to like
And you know what I did? I got online and I was like, which one of the films is the worst? Like, which one got the
out of the
lowest
series?
out of the series? Which one was the worst?
Probably like the third or fourth one.
It's Breaking Dawn Part 1 is by stats the worst one.
Is that the original? I don't know the
Breaking Dawn Part 1 is because they did the last part in 2 parts. So it was Part 1 and Part 2. I think that's
so
one that's got
they
like
did
some
the Harry
really
Potter
shitty,
thing?
Okay.
really shitty fucking CGI in that fucking movie.
Jesus. All right. So Chad Daddy's pick next week, Underwater.
Yeah.
I'm excited because Chad Daddy, dude, for a long time he has always hit us with the water movies, dude. And
Yeah.
some are really good. I still love that. Isn't it Leviathan where we get fucking RoboCop duffing that fucking lady at the end?
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
Oh my!
I don't think I was on that
bro.
episode.
That whole oh my god, the ending is fucking hilarious. All right. That being said, is there anything nerdy we want to discuss really quick? If
The
not,
only thing nerdy that I know we had Comic-Con, but there really wasn't a lot of like
we got new
big news
Ghostbusters
coming
stuff
out.
coming out.
we got new GB stuff.
Shit.
We got
We
a
do.
preview of the He-Man sword and the Skeletor staff.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my lord, those things look awesome. We did get the trailer for Sweet Revenge, which is part of the Jason.
You know
universe.
what? Okay, let's talk that. That's definitely realm. Thoughts, because on top of that, we also got the reveal of the actual mask that they're
Yeah, and it
using.
looks like a pancake. It is a pancake mask.
I fucking hate it, dude.
So here's my
It
thoughts
doesn't
on
look
it.
good.
It does not look good, but here's my thought on it.
It'll
I'm
look better
hoping.
live.
I'm hoping it looks better live. That when it's on, it kind of forms. It's not gonna sit. It's not gonna fucking. We know how Hawks have, pull to. So I'm hoping that when it's on his head, it's not sitting flat and it kind of forms a little to his face.
I just think it's the eye holes.
It's
man.
the eyes. The eye holes are completely
Yeah.
100%
They
fucked.
look cartoony.
I hate them. I hate them so
Mhm.
much. But watching the trailer that
the
dropped
trailer gives me hope.
was
Yes,
fucking
the
cool.
Trailer
Because
was
it
good.
incorporated a lot of what we want as Friday the 13th fans. We got an update to where it looks like it's nowadays.
Does it? I can't tell if it's still set in the 80s because
No, it looks more of today.
I feel
to me it
it's
does.
giving me to like a today-ish kind of film, and maybe it's not. Maybe they're trying to
I
go
just
for the
figured
80s
like
vibe,
it
but
was
if they
80s, but
did,
it's just too clean.
well, and that's why I feel like maybe it's not 80s because it should
We
be
could
a
go
little bit
90s, I guess.
browner if it was, the fucking 80s, because the 80s were not neon the way movies make you think. It was very brown. There's a lot of
No,
brown.
but I'm saying like I just felt like there, and I'm not like too nice to wear flannel. It's
Yeah.
not like it's cover caught out of style, but I just feel like there was a lot of flannel in that trailer, which just gives me. I mean, granted, you're still outside.
Well, they're in the woods and stuff, it's,
so-
but I have high hopes. I'm like I said, we get a very, very, very quick glimpse of Jason twice.
But this is not a movie, though, right?
No.
This is a vignette of like a 10-minute short or something.
Yes, I think it's a
that's going,
10-minute
right?
short.
It's a half.
that-
It's actually a half-hour movie.
but
Oh, it's a half hour. Okay.
but it does coincide with Crystal Lake.
So
Yes.
did they say what this is going to drop on? Because like
I-
this isn't going to like theaters.
I don't think
kind
they
of a
did.
thing.
If it's gonna come out, it's gonna
Gotta be
come out on
Paramount, right?
Peacock. Peacock.
Oh, I thought Paramount owned it.
I
Is
thought,
it
but I
Peacock?
thought Crystal Lake was coming out on Peacock.
Oh, see, I thought they were on Paramount Plus.
Let me double check that, but I could have swore
Yeah.
I
No,
saw.
No, you
Peacock.
probably are. I don't know where the rights ended up. It used to be Paramount. That's kind of
No, I don't think it's Paramount anymore.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Peacock.
okay.
Yep,
got
it
all-
will set to stream exclusively on Peacock. The series will explore the origin story of Jason Voorhees, focusing on the life of his mama.
But
Pamela
it's not
Voorhees.
just Origin because they already announced that we're getting adult Jason in the series
Yes.
too. So,
Yeah, which I hope- Which
okay.
you know what would be really cool if they do the back and forth. Like I said, when they first started talking about this shit, I said I want to see a mix of
I was thinking she thinks he drowns, right? Like, what if she waits years to come back to kill people and like he's an adult when he sees her get killed off or something?
yeah, and that's what I've
I-
always said.
yeah.
I've always said that he did
Which-
not die.
So
If they
kind of like
bridge
a
the-
remake situation. Just you
If
old them
they
up. a
bridge
little
that
bit
gap,
more.
that would be great.
And then supposedly I heard that, or I think Bob said that they're doing a sequel to the remake.
To the remake, supposedly.
Yeah. So if that's
Which-
the case,
Bro, that
if
would be
that's the
fantastic.
case, if that is the fucking case, that means Crystal Lake is going to be the origin of that Jason that we got in the remake.
But the thing is, if we're getting a sequel to the remake,
Probably.
give me that fucking remake mask still. Don't give me this new Poop Town
Yeah,
mask.
I don't think you're
Like
gonna
if you want to
get-
do separate
I-
Jason stories at the same time,
But-
I'm fine with that.
I
But-
don't
and
think
that's
you're
fine too,
gonna
but you
get-
have to remember too, the mask was destroyed. When his head went into that fucking wood chip.
I
No,
thought
it
he
was,
was-
no, it was
destroyed?
not. No, it was not. No,
Remember
it
they
was
threw
not.
him in the lake.
The
He
mask
came-
was
he
not
jumped back up at the
destroyed.
end.
The mask was not destroyed. It was thrown
No,
in the
yeah.
lake.
Okay,
It
that's
just
right.
chewed up. It just chewed up the back of
Oh,
his
that's right.
head.
That's right. Yeah.
Because they.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think what you're going to get. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a sequel. You're going to get a sequel to the remake. So you'll get that Jason. I think you're going to get a new Jason that's going to tie in with the show, which is where
Yeah.
this mask, that new mask.
That's where I would guess.
That's I think what's going to happen.
I don't
what
know,
think
man.
is gonna happen.
I think that's kind of a dumb idea because why not just make everything tie in?
because I
Because
think
they're-
the
you wanna know
show
why?
is going to
They're
go
still-
more in supernatural.
They're
and then-
still probably dealing with rights issues, even though it's complete. One guy gets this, one guy gets this. So if you want new, you got to create new.
I'm just
you want
saying you could
old,
do this-
You got to pay for the old.
Well, all we
What?
can do is speculate on what's going to happen.
True.
And so we have to wait, of course, until it actually comes out and we get to see what direction they're going to take. Either way, I'm fucking excited for more fucking Jason Voorhees content.
Yes,
been
I'm
too long.
100%
all of
excited
us are huge
And-
fucking Jason fans.
for it. Mhm.
And I feel like had it not been for Jason Voorhees, none, especially me, had it not been literally for Jason Voorhees, I would not have met any of you guys.
That's
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Because
true. That is true.
Blairstown-
Oh,
Blairstown, baby. If it wasn't for Blairstown being the fucking starting point of me meeting TJ and TJ asking me to be on the show, like that, I never would have met you guys. I never would have
That's
been on the
true.
show. So Jason
And
Voorhees
the
holds a
one
very
last thing
special
I'll
place in my
say
heart.
on that new mask. Look, I'm not a huge fan of it, but what I can say is in that trailer we got that little snippet of Jason, the mask looks decent in that.
I don't
shot.
think I don't think that's the same mask.
And it might not be, but
And
if
it
it
probably
is,
isn't.
if it is,
looks better
and
there.
you got to remember too. You got to remember
It does.
too. We've only seen a clean version of the Hawk. It
And
doesn't mean,
maybe it needs to be dirtied the fuck up, and
but the
better. I
eyes
don't know.
are still the biggest problem. I feel like the eyes are like the shape of my glasses.
Yeah,
They
they're
are.
just too.
They
You know
are.
what I
They
mean?
are. And
It's
they're
way too
tilted.
big.
They're
It's way
tilted
too
in.
big.
Well, not only that, but like, okay, the Hawk wasn't just something that Jason made for his fucking face. No, it was an already made
Actual hockey mask. Yeah.
right sports equipment thing. You would never want your eye holes that fucking big when you got pucks flying at your fucking. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
No.
I don't know. And now I'm not saying maybe, just for nothing, maybe Jason tweaks the mask. Maybe we get the old mask, and all of a sudden, like, you know, we still have human Jason, so he finds a fucking Dremel or some shit. And he fucking widens them out for whatever fucking reason to see shit better.
You
I don't
could.
fucking
You never know.
Maybe there's an actual explanation for it.
No.
Or maybe there's not, and it's just a new mask that he fucking finds and puts it on, and we get fucking good old boy Jason fucking hacking and
Hey,
slashing.
as long as we start off with Sackhead, that's all I'm at.
No,
You're
You
not
gotta.
gonna get that. You're not
No.
gonna get that. It's been
Why?
done twice.
Yeah, I
It's been
think
done
you would.
twice already.
Doesn't matter. I still think you'll do it. See,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
Gene
Gene.
says it, but no, man, I'm
That's not a
okay.
defining
And maybe it's
Jason to
because
me.
Sackhead Jason was not the first Jason I was introduced to.
Yeah.
I
it wasn't
just-
mine
was
either.
not-
Mine was part 7, bro. I went backwards.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, so did I. Well, I
So-
started on 4. 4 was the first Friday
Okay.
13th film I ever watched, but I don't know, man. For me, Sackhead Jason just ain't scary. Sackhead Jason reminds me too much of
Elephant Man.
the killer from The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's
See,
that's,
granted,
I
that
still-
happened here in Texas for real. It just does not scary.
I see, but in my head, when I say Sackhead, it's mirrors that pops up in my head. It's that version of Sackhead, not OG2.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
fair.
style. So,
but
which that was way more fierce
yeah.
and scary. So I was like, okay, you know.
But
We'll see.
also,
We'll see.
real quick, we got a couple. We also got Ultimate Savini Jason from the Friday the 13th game coming from
That looks
Mecca.
sick.
Yeah.
And we also have, I know I'm a big Michael fan. I know everybody's a little mixed with it, but we have Ultimate H2O Michael coming and an Ultimate Resurrection coming, which means they probably have the license to the Rob
I
Zombie
better get a Busta
films.
Rhymes figure. I need a
Thank
Busta
you.
Rhymes figure.
That's all
Goddamn
I was saying. Give me
Nah.
Freddy.
it! Retreat, motherfucker.
Nah, he ain't worth it. He ain't
It
worth
was Freddy
the resin.
versus Michael, baby.
Yeah,
Gotta
He
go.
ain't worth the resin.
Yeah, he is.
yeah. He made that fucking movie.
Lit
That was the
mode,
only
bitch.
entertaining part of that fucking movie.
I
God,
said
that
flip
movie,
mode.
that
Flip mode is
movie
great.
irks. That movie irks me more than like ends, and that's saying something.
That's
Anyway,
fair.
continue.
No,
But yeah,
that's
we're-
it, dude.
We're
We're
already
done.
at 2 fucking 12.
Yeah, it's
2 hour,
time.
12
It's
minute
time.
mark. So let's
All
call this bitch.
Bob, start us off, buddy.
This is your killing machine, Bobby and Moan, saying we will see you next week in the beginning of August with Underwater. So stay tuned. Please like and share and tell your family and friends and your loved ones about us. And if you don't, well, you suck. Do it anyway, please. Love you.
This is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the dean of the deceased, the one and only Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, if you want to watch clips of this show, go to Lord_Scuba Cabra on TikTok. I am actively posting our best clips from the show on there. I still got to find Bob's clips because Bob's are, those are where the money makers. Those are going to be the money makers right there.
I will be also reposting all of the posts as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Granted, TikTok may not be here much longer, but we're going to have fun with
Yeah,
this.
but we can still get him on Instagram, dude.
Yeah,
if
we'll
they're-
get it and follow the Instagram. If you have not followed us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Join us next week for Underwater and
That's right. I'm going to say once again, thank you, Gorehounds, for joining us. Gene, Molly, everybody. It's always a pleasure to have you guys and get your comments in on this shit. Like the boys said, if you listen to us, please do us a solid. Give us a rate. Throw us a comment. I know Spotify does comments on their shit now too. That always helps. And definitely give us a share if you can, man. We love you. We appreciate you. And join us next week as we discuss Chad Daddy's pick of Underwater. So that being said, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Cool's got a big
penis.
dick.
Whoa, how do you know that?